We are live.
Salam alaikum with magic and salutations to all. I am Minjeti Ba'u Toure, your host this shadow rotation for the summer solstice full strawberry / fennel moon live 3-day reading series, 20, 21, and 22 June 2024. Our moderator is Nanya Hare, and we begin with the reading of our pledge. Begin all acts, breathing and thinking, by saying Kalum, all, by way of the infinity flame of the dwellers enthroned in the flower of fire, by way of a universal traveler, dweller-emperor, code in space, Samhu, a mini-ray, quote, a Deloyi, end quote, Zen Uru, code in space, smiley face. The pledge of the Imperial and Imperial Royal flags for the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States, small s, full colon. As I stand beneath our sacred Imperial and Imperial Royal flags, I vow loyalty and obedience as I watch them fly. To the imperial laws of our Imperial and Imperial Constitution that governs our Imperial and Imperial Royal Empire, to this cause, I hold my head up high. With honor, I pledge to protect and defend all within the Imperial and Imperial Royal Kingdom, both family and friend, ! To ensure that all have their equal rights. To this cause, I will lay down my very life. As I stand beneath our sacred Imperial and Imperial Royal and national flags, I vow loyalty, sincerity, and integrity with zeal. As I will, so mote it be. Chant the enchantment, and it is done. Chant the enchantment, and it is done. Chant the enchantment, and it is done. Ashe, so be it, so it is. It definitely shall be, quote, Zen Uru, and power we shall have, end quote. Thank you. Yeesh. Smiley face, know thyself. Smiley face. On behalf of the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States, small s, quote, the oldest independent, autonomous autochthon empire kingdom on earth. Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States, small s, quote, the oldest independent, autonomous autochthon empire kingdom on earth, end quote. On behalf of the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States, we welcome and thank you all for joining us in our live summer solstice full strawberry / funnel moon reading. Tonight, we will begin with the recognition of events occurring in the month of June, continuing with the full strawberry funnel moon. And as we venture through the Imperial and Imperial Royal annals for the month of June, you will bear witness to the magic of the absolute royal sovereign emperor, code in space, H.E.M. code in space, Samhu, a mini-ray, quote, a Deloyi, end quote, in the universe, as Mother Earth Ta continues to balance and reveal secrets of the universe to humanity. Each month, we pay homage to our celestial ancestors moving on the face of boundless space to accommodate the IROHEM and Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic. And finally, we will continue the reading of the Imperial and Imperial executive missions for the IROHEM and ECMYE-IRKR. During our readings, there will be brief pauses between slides to allow questions and answers. Therefore, the following house rules shall be implemented. First point, We ask that you speak clearly and respectfully when addressing His-Imperial-Majesty. Full colon. Next point. We ask that you keep your mics muted, videos off, and keep your accolades, comments, concerns, or questions reserved until such time as will be designated. Third point, for those logged into Zoom, prior to speaking, we ask that you use your raise hand feature and wait for the host or moderator to call your appellation, your name. Fourth point, please limit your questions to a maximum of 2 and focus on the subject at hand, as to allow others time to present their questions. And finally, please state your appellation, in parentheses, your name, clearly before asking your questions. Thank you in advance for your cooperation and participation. One moment, please, so I get my screen together. All right.
So right here on the screen, you talking about the first year, third Monday of the month on our new calendar, what we roll on. So that you know, first year we're running it. You feel me?
Right. And that is the Imperial IIEHU University in the Yamashik language, Imperial IIEHU University, Strawberry/Fennel Full Moon IIEHU broadcast, 1700 in parentheses 5 p.m. 20, 21, 22 June 2024. First year, third month in parentheses month for the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of the United States, small s. And now, I would like to...
What's going on with the screen? Who got control of the screen?
Next slide, please. Our esteemed Abnefer. All right, here we go. Gratitude. The Sovereign Imperial Royal Empire presents the incarnation of Samhu Amini-Ray on Ta-Mother Earth as His-Imperial-Majesty, colon space, in parentheses, all cap, H.E.M. full colon, who decrees and grants limited delegated authority to all nominationals, non-executive directors, in parentheses, all cap, NEDs, and non-directors, in parentheses, all cap, NDs, who are skilled and qualified to operate a sovereign republic state jurisdiction. The purpose is to implement and advance the modalities of of sovereign governance, commerce, and cultural variegations for the properly formed and operational sovereign republic state, pursuant to the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States, small s, in parentheses, ECMYE-IRKR, all cap. Today, we showcase our Nama-national culture in harmony with the Nama She Compass and the Strawberry/Fennel Full Moon. Sit back, absorb, and enjoy the ride. Ease! Exclamation point 3 times. And now, I have the pleasure, the privilege, and the honor to introduce to you a universal traveler, code in space, dweller-emperor, code in space, Samhu, Amini-Ray, quote, a Delo Yi, end quote. Salam alaikum with magic, Emperor. How you be today? Are you there, Emperor?
Right here looking at you.
There you go. There you go. Oh, I want to see how you look.
I've been here. I've been sick in these shackles.
Right. Oh, okay.
I see you get a little older, your hearing get older.
Right. No.
Good
to see you.
I've been shaking the shackles for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. I had to press my OK to
Oh, okay, you gotta get caught up there.
I'm there.
Looking for me, I've been looking at you the whole while.
Okay. You're looking good, I see.
Huh?
Looking good, I see, as usual.
Oh, I'm better, better, better. I ain't going nowhere. See,
Slamming
they
that
got the
garage
cats,
door.
they got these cats out here playing with magic, right?
Hey.
So I'm just showing them I came with supreme magic. Because my magic opened these suckers, right? So
Huh?
that magic don't exist on this side. So these is what they call magic shackles. So, so for all them cats out there thinking they got these so-called leaders and they ain't got no magic with them,
Right.
just for appellation. And that shit ain't legal. You feel me? So you
Right.
want to see the real magic, dog? All them root doctors out there, all them Santerias and Haiti worshipers, voodoo, all that shit they trying to throw at me to stop me. You can't stop me, see, because I already opened the chain. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, indeed.
And
That's it.
this,
Now,
these is 13 years too. This June.
oh, it is? Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
nine Bing did this before he sent for the crown.
And but who is Nine Bing? You mentioned Nine Bing. Can you
Oh,
explain
nine
who?
Bing, a master teacher, wise man, wizard, a straight wizard. So he knew certain magic. So they were doing their best to figure out what kind of magic I brought. So my magic up under these shackles. He
Hmm.
said, "Well, that magic don't exist on this side. So you must be the emperor, because only emperors got that kind of magic." So I just want everybody to let them know this ain't no joke. This ain't no somebody pointing me to some bullshit ass position. Ain't got no venue. You feel me? I raised this. That's why I'm the damn emperor. Because emperors do this kind of magic. You feel me? You starting
Hmm.
to get me now?
Oh yeah.
Feel a little
Now
good on you. Feel like this shit
we
on.
leaving. Yeah, we leaving out a little bit because the people don't know what I know about how those shackles came unloose. Emperor. So can you give us a brief background on that?
How you know? If you know, everybody else know. I just
No,
said
they.
it. Well, not being was like I said, wise man, Charmin, like real Charmin. Old head, one of the baddest ones I ran across on this journey. One of them. So he knew the stories and he knew everything. So they wanted to see. I mean, as soon as I first met him, first day, he called me Root Man. So he wanted to do this. So I have elevated up from the blood, sacrifice, all that stuff.
Mhm.
It wasn't no need for me in my spirit and where I was going. It was just trials I went through. So he wanted to feed my pop, my old goon pop. And I told him, I said, I'll let you feed it. I go with me a part of it because it's my part, but as far as all the other stuff, the blood and all that, I told him, I ain't really in that no more. So all of a sudden, when I got to his place down at 20, he had a place out there on Stonecrest. Over
Mhm.
there where Pendel Bread is in that shop center. So he I came in, I'm like, yo man, what's this? He said it's shackles. I said, shackles? I said, you talking about shackles you put on back in the day slave? He said, yeah. I said, well, what you got there? He said, ancestors. He said, get you a pair. I said, what are you a pair of shackles for? He said, let's get you a pair. And give a free will offer. So I gave an offer and I picked these up. They were locked. They were locked all together. They never been up. Whoever had these suckers on died with them. So he did the little ceremony, for those who know. And put shackles. I put shackles in there with my magic. So he was doing his best to figure out magic. So I put him in the pot and got all the magic. And when I got to the house, I thought that was over. When I drove to the house and taking my pot out of the car, I said, yo, these suckers open. I thought you said these things never been open. He said they haven't been open. That's what Car said. What Car said. So I called him. And he's like, no way. He's like, I gotta see. So I go to Stonecrest, like 25 minutes away. And when he seen him, he just walking around me, kept looking at me, touching me, doing his best to figure out what just happened. So then he said, one of his turns, he said, the dead follow you. I said, huh? He said, the dead follow you. I said, why you say that? He said, imagine you come with, don't exist on this side. He said, so you must be the emperor. On the emperor's side, that kind of magic. So these are the magic shackles. So I freed all the slaves. So, they come up with Juneteenth yesterday, all that crap. You want to free the shackles? See, I know how to free them. I already free. And I ain't need God help neither, okay? I ain't need Allah. I ain't need none of that. I just need me. That's that light I come with. They ain't never seen before. Because I'm able to do what? Break shackles, dog. Now come talk to me. You can't say he want to play games. Keep stepping on my turf. Bringing in treasonous flags and all that bullshit. Time when I come to my seat. You see what's happening, though.
Yes.
Here.
Oh, yeah.
I see you here now. I messed your whole game with them.
You know.
Hmm?
They know. They know.
So don't come me playing no games, see? You can't hear?
No, the side's kind of low on my end. It's just very.
Oh.
I had a ching ching.
Hold on a minute.
Share your sound protector.
Got it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now.
Yeah, go ahead.
You hear him now? Still move volume?
Right, yeah. Bring the volume up.
Still can't hear.
There we go. Okay, so now someone said, I've never said bring lower the volume.
I'm loud. I can't get too much loud.
Salam alaikum with Magic Emperor. Can you bring the shackles down closer to the laptop or computer so we can hear them?
All right there?
A little bit lower, because wherever the mic is, you could hear when it.
Over here, you talking about over here in the mic on the computer.
Yeah, we can't. I heard them when you set them down, but I can't hear it outside of that. How you?
That's right. Let me see what I got over here, y'all. I got the volume up. But everything's straight.
We're hearing big.
Listen,
The what?
yeah, you can hear a little
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah.
I'll hold you up for
Yep, I can hear it a little bit, just a little. My volume's all the way up.
I'm gonna cut another line. I'm gonna cut something else on. So we can get it. Go ahead with your show.
All right. All right. Okay, so here we have the next slide, which is the bio for the emperor. Starting with our.
They really want to read that. That's taken, we did that the last 2-3 calls. So we ain't got to do this whole bio. They can go read it online. It's online. So to keep reading it for folk, I mean, they got some questions they need to ask, okay? But I mean, they can go read that online. So we can get this mission out of the way, this journey.
Indeed.
Okay, but if you want to read the banner, go ahead. I'm cool.
All right. We're good on that. So as Empress said, I have my moderator kind of I can't see it. All right, so as the Emperor has stated here, this is his imperial bio, so you can read it online. What we will do is cover our banner, because that covers our jurisdiction, and then you can read the rest of it online and we'll move forward. So we have here up starting to the top right, the absolute royal sovereign emperors, imperial and imperial royal flag, full calling. Left of that, we have the Imperial Royal Office for his Imperial Majesty for the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic grade flag, full calling. And then we have the More 48 Star of Peace, Full Faith and Sovereign Gold credit grade flag, full calling. And the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States states, small s, national, small n flag. Very
Okay.
Next slide.
Now that can be talked about for a second.
So now, any questions?
You say the absolute royal sovereign, that's emperor, imperial, and imperial. Hey, all right. So we got cats out there on the market. Keep trying to attempt to go into the Moroccan era. Flying the red flag and green star, all that stuff they got to attempting to do to get them some type of status. I don't know where they can get it from. But anyway, when you see me with the red flag here, it says absolute. So the Emperor of Morocco, who lived back in the 1700s, he was absolute, last absolute. So I came and raised his flag up, the all red flag. So now that flag has my crown on it for all these splendid groups out here and ling along die you must organizations, you feel me?
Mhm.
You know, because they don't make that, they ain't got no venue, they ain't got no status to do nothing but create a Facebook page. But when you looking at, that's why you see stuff that's on file on my banner, that's 99% outside of the thinking of normal Joe Blows, really diplomatic, on a diplomatic level. But I had to put it out there anyway because of my seat. And you know, so they think I'm in challenge with, they think I'm in challenge with them or whatever. I have no connection with any of them. Don't want none, personally. King Mohammed VI, back in 14, Kingdom of Morocco, he already dissed anybody who was attempting to attach themselves to the red flag and green star. Okay. So he said that the Kingdom of Morocco only respect the treaty and honor the treaty they got with the United States. They were signed back in the 1700s and 1800 with the Treaty of September 16th when they took the 50-year window out. Okay. So with that treaty, when he said that, that's inside your declaration, that's online, that I told you crazy ass Moors and wannabe Moors and Christians and Muslims and everybody else who believe in that crap, that they had, that he dissed them. So only thing that they could have did since then was come under Article 6 that's in the treaty. But they didn't come under Article 6 that's in the treaty. They come under protection of the red and green flag. They chose to get out here and be a rebel, a terrorist, back in they call them this day and time, and attach themselves to the Treaty of Peace, Friendship, ECMYE-IRK, and start organizations. I mean, I done seen 20 of them started since 05. And, you know, they get out there and sing loud with them. They ain't got no venue, do nothing. And you see them get 200, 300, 400 followers. Sometimes they get a couple thousand. Don't mean nothing. They have no venue. So if they have a king or sheikh, whatever they call themselves, in the Moorish temple or whoever, any noble titles of the Moorish Empire, people, you know, they can't even get their name straight. I mean, they can't even be a true anything because they can't even they can't get nothing legal. They can't make nothing. They can do the UCC name claim where they go put it on the board for 30 days and don't get no reference. But the state ain't challenging you becoming a whatever you is. They walk around and call yourself a Bay, and then you, or L or Dade, and you got something crazy ass Nubian. They call them, that's their raise, you know, but they you know, so ain't got no status to do nothing. So when you're looking at this banner, okay, that absolute flag flies over everything. So you got anybody coming in, whether we're at a position or whatever we at with our government, they can't do anything. They have to eventually come to our court. But that's just as we keep moving. The court's already open, you know, sitting judges to get them prosecutors and get these cats out here on the market who's fraudulently claiming they got some status to, the main thing is to slow commerce. Feel me? So they don't understand that. So you got a status of venue, you create commerce. You don't slow contract, but you trying to oversee or overclaim a contract. You don't understand. You don't understand full pay the credit clause. So then you come over to the next flag, okay? You got a question, y'all, let me know. When you come over to the next flag, well, my office finally, I'm sitting in my office finally, where I've been training for 20 years, you know, the English system, Spain system, Moroccan system, Portugal system, all them, Vatican system. Because there wasn't nobody to teach us how to be foreign national country. So as I kept growing, you know, with the Republic, the Imperial CMYE Government Republic, I brought the Imperial Chancellor seat out, and brought that part of the government out. That's what I was learning, and 15 on up. And then as we got closer to me revealing who I am, my seat, now you see me step on up. And now I got my national flag that flies over my office. That's outside the jurisdiction of every damn body. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so when you get over here to the next flag, well, that be explained more in the mission. When you get over here in this next flag, everybody see this flag and they, why the 48? Well, the 48 represent the gold. It's already a fly. Outside of that, it don't exist. Because you got the 50 star flag up. But the 48 star flag was recommissioned, unbeknown to a lot of people, back in 05, 26 June 05, to tell you the truth. They recommissioned Chief Black Eagle's Earth Day. Peace be with him. They recommissioned this flag. And then David Wynn Miller, those who know him, peace be upon him, he went to Geneva to claim that flag, like he did the 50 star flag in the truth language doctrine. And the court told him, neither him, no black, no white, no Indian, no nigger, no nagger, whatever name make you feel good. Can't nobody claim that flag but the Moor. The Moor, not the Moors. The Mir / Moor. Only one can come claim it. So that's what I did. And it's been under me ever since. Everybody know who know. So that's where your Constitution, when you see the United States of America full Constitution down there on the third line from the bottom, pursuant to the Constitution for the United Small U States of America, USA Small U, effective date 17 September 1787. See, when you go back to that Constitution, with that Constitution had equity. Okay, so that Constitution equity is 100 million in gold. Okay, people say, "Oh, how you know that?" Because I claimed it, I own it. I ain't out there talking about it. He said, I already ventured in that path way years ago with my status to make it real. Why you think they got the 48 star flag out? Okay, so under that Constitution, that's why you got a Constitution. If you wouldn't need a Constitution, you got all these cats writing Constitution preambles and send it out to people, make them look stupid as hell. But only reason you need a Constitution, you got a venue. If you got equity in it, outside of that, why you need a Constitution for? What authority do that Constitution grant you to do what? Nothing. It has no standing. The United States, under the of the Constitution, only run it by the military. Everybody know that now, but there ain't no Constitution rule in America. It's a democracy. Can't be constitutional. It's simple stuff. People just try to make it out to be a republic and all that stuff, you know. But no, that 100 million in gold is your equity. So that's why your Constitution is so fat. When you send it to the Pope back in about 14, that's why you had a city year. Because what? The equity. You got people out there trying to attempt to write constitutionality, and call they send them out like it's a fact. I was like, stupidest people in the world. I ain't got to call no names. I don't want to give them no power. But just to be out there so ignorant, to use another country's flag and to upset the flag and don't let the country know that you changed the flag. You know, that's not even diplomacy. That's treason. That's just ignorant. But you know, you got them African American Moors, and that's all they ever gonna be, dirty Moor. Ain't any Moors really to me. I call them sorry citizens. That's all they is. They can't get nothing status. They can't get nothing across. They can't get outside that birth rate contract. So whatever they out there slanging, y'all watch yourself. Who's out there listening to these clowns? Because they read a couple books. You can read the same books. They can't give you nothing that you can't go do your damn self. You feel me?
Yeah.
All right,
Indeed.
so that's where that 48 star flag come in at. You feel me?
Right.
Okay, so that's equity. That's why it says sovereign gold, because I got equity. You got 100 million gold, got sovereign gold credit on back when? 1774. You docking out about 74. That's why you see you got the Continental Army in there. You feel me? You talking about 1774, dog. But on record, when they attempted to steal it, steal all your white privileges, France and Spain made them put it in the Constitution. That's why it's equity. If your Constitution ain't got no equity, why you need a Constitution for? That makes sense to everybody?
Oh, yes. Indeed.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeesh.
Yes.
So then you got down here on the end, while we finally at our last stage now, with the CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of the United States, that state small s national flag. So you seen, if you've been watching me since 07, 08, you seen all different flags, different things that came up, and this how we finally going out. Because now you finally grew into what? You got 3 crowns. You feel me? So you got them 3 crowns. You feel me? It ain't got no shackles on them. You feel me? So you know, so you know, so you got to understand this little paragraph right here. These people out here claiming they got some status and is laughable, really. That they still attempting to get, they had to come through me to get any kind of recognition. You know, I ain't paying them no damn mind.
Right.
You know, so you know, they got, only way they got a first place, they got a first class ticket to the gates of the offended flame or the Holy One, or the of the dwellers enthroned in the flower of fire. Probably say Holy One, right? Mess y'all up. But you know, that's what they'll say. They don't understand the dweller status. So we gotta help them out a little bit. Because you got people here don't understand. First time listening to this, and you way above their head. They sitting back in kindergarten, you up there in the master degree. But you talking about a statehood. You're not talking about no organization. Even no organization that's recognized by the United States that has certain privileges. And you ain't even under that status. You feel me? You completely outside everybody's status. And that's why it's so hard to believe people to understand what you got, because you know, you got the United States president of the United States and all this and that, and they got control of this and that. Well, you ain't gotta do is go out and read the Pope letter. He said the president ain't got no more authority than the Burger King president. Okay. So if you understand law, you understand that whole venue was shut down by the Vatican because of good faith performance of covenant obligation treaties. So you got a lot of them cats and rookies out there attempting to get away with some of that stuff, but they claim to be a prince and all that bullshit. But now you got a court to bring it to. So I ain't got no problem. I ain't got time to argue with. They can be whoever they want. Let them be as loud as they want. When they got to come to our court and vouch for that, because they can't afford to keep disrespecting and dishonoring the treaty and the Moroccan flag. That flag is domiciled and represented by the Kingdom of Morocco. Moroccan nationals use that flag, but over here in America only, you got the African American cats who listen to these clowns up there in Philly and Chicago and New York talking all this, that they can attach themselves to this and that, trying to say they're gonna raise the old kingdom like that. Well, who? They can do a whole lot. Y'all see them. Y'all see them out there on Facebook. But they ain't got a pot Pope piss out of it.
No.
One of the throw it out of it, you feel me? So
Yeah.
see, so you come along and do certain things they don't even know about. Because they ain't got no state. So when they see this stuff, it goes over their head. Okay. And so they, you know, I don't know, you have people come on here at nationals that ran away and try to sabotage us. Got a couple addresses, so you see people out there now trying to use them addresses. So it's funny to me. But they don't realize they're just wasting the fucking money at the post office.
Really? Can't use it.
They ain't got no status. You
Right.
mail in, you know, you notice whoever. Ain't nobody gonna honor that crap. You know, it's called international arena. You feel me?
Right.
So you gotta fit inside the international arena. Same thing you learning. And you gotta know how to be a diplomat. We gave them way too much information on who we are, what we're doing, but since we the new kids on the block and you come in with 3 crowns on your flag, you gotta release a little bit more you want to, just to prove your status like you got up here on this banner. You know, that whole this whole banner right here, that's the whole Declaration Decree. You feel me? So look how small I'm able to put it in now. So when them to get all that they looking at right there, they gotta go back and read the Declaration.
Right.
Decree. Outside of that, you know, this ain't no storybook. There's some fairy tale. This is real time. So everything docket and everything recognized. So, you know, you got, you know, so now you like you good? You wanna read it? You think you help them out a little bit?
Yeah, I think it will be a little bit impressive.
All right, go ahead and get that banner out of the way then.
All right. So we have here, just move my screen. So, all right. So the Imperial Royal House of Tunica Under Fire and _ the Imperial Royal House of Samson L Samhure herewith _ ordained by decree and declared active and in quote force _ the Imperial Royal Office for is Imperial Majesty, effective date 22 January 2024 / notice of accession for the IROHEM and ECMYE-IRKR / IMYRS, all cap, file numbers, :space, ARAD / them 2024 -00000001. semicolon, NOAVCLT, all cap, 0000000002, NOACRTAP dash 00000003, NOAC dash 00000004, quote, retroactive to Imperial and Imperial dash executive missions, effective date 3 December 2023 to 31 August 2023 / notice of appointment in parentheses amendment and underscore Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States states small s, effective date 28 June 2023 to effective date 8 January 2023 in parentheses Imperial and Imperial Royal Diplomatic Decree to effective date 21 June 2022 in parentheses Royal Public Notice and Royal Press Release to the world. 2. Effective date 18 March 2022 in parentheses Imperial-motu proprio / official royal decree / public notice to the world, end quote. In harmony with the be it decree / equity contracts, underscore colon space, Emperor's Directive -0004, capital Z, lowercase a, / Imperial Constitution for the Imperial Royal Kingdom, in parentheses, ECMYE-IRK, all cap, via Emperor's Directive -0001, capital Z, effective dates for April 2014 per 3 April 2013 / Imperial Constitution of the Continental Moorish Yamashite Empire, in parentheses, all cap, ICC-MYE, colon space, 2 Emperor's Directive -0003, capital Z, colon space, notification of diplomatic arrival, notice of apostille, and official act of state. Effective date 9 April 2009. 2 Emperor's Directive -0001, in parentheses, CMYE, all cap, USA, small u / USA, all cap. Effective date 18 July 2007. 2 effective date 4 March 2004 / claim -of -the -life, CL, all cap. 2 effective date 11 February 2004 / United States of America State Department, in parentheses, minor. Apostille verification numbers, colon space 040100010 and underscore 040100010-1. 2, the aegis of the Treaty of Berne and underscore Constitution of the Universal Postal Union, effective date 30 September 2003, quote, retroactive to 9 October 1874, end quote. 2, effective date 20 June 2003 / the state of Georgia, in parentheses, major, apostille verification number, colon space 5604, capital B, USA, all cap. 2, effective date 13 June 2003, in parentheses, Yamashite nationality, YM, all cap. 2, effective date 9 May 2003, in parentheses, Washita nationality, YM, all cap, pursuant to, underscore, quote, sovereign state, end quote, the Yamashite Native American government via Mount, quote, Arafat Embassy, UN, all cap, colon space, 208-1992, USA, small u / USA, all cap. Effective date 19 June 2003. In harmony with, underscore, the, quote, sovereign state, end quote, United Washita de Dogdemania, UN, all cap, colon space, 215-1993. USA, small u / USA, all cap. Effective date 20 March 2003 to effective date 28 January 1837. / Treaty of September 16, 1836, pursuant to the Constitution.
Yeah, we got that colon there.
Oh, yep, my bad. Got you. 1836, and I know that. 1836, colon space, pursuant to, underscore, the Constitution for, underscore, the United Small U States of America, USA, small u. Effective date, 17 September, 1787, colon space, 2, Treaty of Peace and Friendship. Effective date, 18 July, 1787. Quote, retroactive to 23 June, 1786, end quote. Colon space, 2, Treaties of Utrecht. Effective year, 1713. Colon space, 2, the beginning of recorded history / our story as recorded in the stones at Washington, just off the Yucatan Peninsula, and underscore into the future in perpetuity ad infinitum. Joint, correction, semicolon, joint, dash, joint. Yeesh. Colon space, smiley face. The Imperial Office for his
All
dash
right,
him.
you got anything with that?
Okay, yeah, because this should be.
Okay, yeah.
Mm.
You go playing with that butt again. What's up, butt? Bye, Emperor. What's up?
Well, non pro Tom. Any questions?
Should be a
No.
whole lot of. First of all, let's go over to the Imperial House of Tunica Thunderfire. So people don't understand that. When you say Imperial, that's going back to the Washita deducted Maya. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on the oldest record is Washita Mir deducted Maya. Okay. That's the Imperial. That's where the Imperial come from. They go all the way back to the Emperor Saint Sayya Maria, okay, who control over 3 million acres of land. That's on our belt now. That's on our crown. All right, so you see Tunica is what Empress Vediasi did when she had her seat, and she changed it from Turner to Tunica. And then me coming in as the 8th Marquis, you see Dash Thunderfire, because I'm nationalized as Chief Maku Thunderfire. You see? So that's the Imperial House. Then you got the Imperial House of Samsonel, that's Samuel Ray. So Samsonel is the one who signed the contract with the state of Georgia, United States, and the post office. That's that Samsonel contract. From that growth, I grew into my royal seat, which comes out of the house of Sam Hu. See, so before you see, I'm Sam Hu, a mini dash Ray. See, so it has a universe travel. You feel me? Then it says here will, because them houses have what? Have full faith and credit. You have an apostolic authority. So you herewith ordained by decree and declare active and end quote force. You feel me? Which means active as you speaking out of your mouth. You feel me? You know, the Imperial Office for his dash Imperial dash Majesty. See? Effective date 22nd January 2004. You know, on newer documents, you know, it dated 22 January 2024. Effective date 14 February 2024, when the last person got it overseas, you feel me? So that's a notice of accession. So there's nothing even to explain on that for people who don't have no comprehension, because they can't write one no damn way. Because you got to have royal absolute authority from your constitution that's recognized and has a venue to be able to do a session to the land. So these young boys out here playing games don't understand how far we're ahead of them. We 20 years ahead of these cats, maybe 30. You feel me? I mean, I am anyway. Some of y'all catching up with me. You ain't catching up with me, you're just getting better. Can't catch up with me on road. So you see, they see right there, so you got file number 4 documents. They ain't none of their business. They get on the ship, they understand that. You feel me? Outside of that, they ain't no, that's government business. Then you come down to the executive mission. Why is having a venue so important? Well, what you got without a venue? Well, you just ask that question. Because if you got your own venue, that's acknowledged by all the 50 states of the United States, and acknowledged by the United States itself, and recognized and acknowledged by the United Nations Charter. All of them know, acknowledged. You already been acknowledged. So only way you can run, or you can do a true, lawful, legal, administrative nationality is with your own venue. Because you nationalize on the venue, you got status, you got equity. Outside of that, ain't nobody gonna listen to you. Just like I said, linger along, die you must organizations out there.
Right.
Because they doomed to dead. They already dead before they get started, because they missed that point. They missed that venue. They think followers gonna get them somewhere, or forcing their way through the courts or whatever. That's at the judicial level. You see what I'm saying? You want to be a Muslim, or whatever name make you feel good. You know, that's all religious. You got a sovereign state. You don't need no damn religion. Why Allah came to deal for you? Nothing. Why God came to deal for you? Nothing. Well, how Jesus came and did for you? Nothing. Well, how the Matthew came and did for you? Nothing. Well, how Moses, whatever they may feel good, came and did for you. And that's just a little small book. And they got you trapped in that book. And that's where they say they got their authority from. You got military now. So, well, what military you got? Well, you read our stuff, we all into the Grand Army Republic. And that's our liaison to the Pentagon. So if you understand that, you understand that. Outside that, you got to do a lot of deep reading to get caught up where we at. Okay? So then you tell me the executive mission, then you said notice of appointment. They don't know what that means. And then you said amendment because I had a minute because I was going through a healing crisis. So, but the first one was on 28th and 31st to the last one, effective date. They gave them 30 day one to us for them to do what they got to do. We leave it at that. And then you see the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic go back to 28 June, like I told you. Then you go by to 8 January, where you did a Royal Diplomatic Decree because of the world, the high scene was attempting to attach us to these Muslim clowns out here, these cults. And we had to, only the emperor, they claimed, they sent out word, can straighten that out. So I came to straighten that mess up. And then it goes back to 21st June press release that you had to let everybody know that we was talking about out there a few minutes ago with that red flag and all that crap they doing. That's public knows already out there. So because you got sovereign state, they have press release to the world. The other press release go out now, they go straight to whoever, Interpol, FBI, whoever, because you already noticed them. So they ain't got no status, they just commit treason against themselves. You know, that's something they're doing on their own. That's like I said, they got to come before the court. So then you get down here to the motu proprio, well, only authority, the highest lawful legal administrative document on the planet is a motu proprio, and that's written by the Pope or the Vatican. So with my authority, you see, I was able to come in with my authority, and I wrote a imperial dash motu proprio because it's Latin. But he don't have no imperial status. He told you that in the not a civil order. What he write in 13, not a civil order. What he write in 13? Before he wrote the civil order. Motu proprio, my bad. Damn. He wrote that motu proprio and I think he got the Constitution. That's when he wrote the motu proprio. And he let everybody know then that somebody here on the earth got more authority than him. Okay? So you see, I danced it all the way back to that energy. And you ain't gotta go back no far no more. Only way you gotta go back to now, your Constitution. But you gotta act with the Constitution. So the other writings, I got plenty of them. You don't even need them because these three has take you to where you need to go and where you at now in the movie ship. You feel me? And then that goes out to the Imperial Constitution, all the way back to the Imperial Constitution. See right here? So you see, so y'all see how quiet I was, right? Because I signed it on 2013, and sent it out to the proper officials. And they had to sit on it for a whole year. That's why 4 April 2014 effective dates. Because you got a sovereign state and you got a sovereign country. And now you got a sovereign constitution because you're a constitutional monarch. So that's inside of your declaration decree. When Obama met the Pope the 27th, the next year, and the Queen of England during that time, de facto Queen Elizabeth, she met the Pope on the 3rd of April the next year. Let you know that what you sent was right in his eye, because the Declaration of Independence was the 25th, but the Declaration of Maryland was the 27th, which they went on. And then you got the April when I signed, 3rd of April when I signed the Imperial Constitution for the Continental American Empire. So you see how effective that was. That's an emperor's directive, you feel me? And it goes back to diplomatic arrival. So you got all these cats claiming they're sovereign, this and that. Where the diplomatic arrival at? And these cats are follow these cats and they have votes and all kind of crap. And they don't, where you diplomatic arrival at? where your apostille at, where you can write from your sovereign state to have full faith and credit under your constitution. They don't even understand that. And then official act of state, where that stuff at? So mine go back to 2009. That's when Obama said act of state is cruise ship, not speedboat. I've been around that long. You feel me? Then you go back to the Imperial Directive 0001, which is CMYE, that was happening when 18 July 2007 was does what? Attached us to the treaty 18 July 1787. So you see, we was on point way back in 07. We just putting it all together now. You see? So then they go back to when the claim of life, claim dash of dash the dash life. They don't understand that. That's when I became a sovereign prince. Because you had a sovereign state. Once we had a sovereign Washington, United Washington deducted money and the Yamasee Native Government via minor effect Yamasee. You became head over everything because you had a claim of life to the land that you was a co-signer to a sovereign state that was authenticated by the State Department right there and the state of Georgia. Okay, but in between that now, you see you go to the Treaty of Berne and the Constitution of the Universal Post Union. Why is that, Emperor? Because the post office came with a false arrest on 30 September 2003, and they lost the case. So a sovereign hit a sovereign, and I won. That's why you got Imperial Magic Royal Post, okay? So that's when you see I got attached to the treaties of Berne and the Constitution of Post Union, okay? Retroactive, go see mine. He says retroactive didn't win. 9 October 1874, quote, because they got a debt to pay, colon. So you see colons there, you go out throughout writing, you don't see me putting colons there. We putting colons there, why? Because this stuff is constantly existing. It would never go out. See, so effective date 20 June, that's the state of Georgia, major. See, so when the state of Georgia authenticated the contract, remember, I was already nationalized as double chief for the United Washington deducted monument. Okay, so I'm already head chief of a sovereign state, part of a sovereign state. Now I'm a co-signer, third signature on the Yamasee contract with the government. So these cats signed as secure parties. I was a secure party too, but I also with double chief. You see, so when they signed that signature in, now you see why Georgia attached me to their constitution that they stepped out of and can't go back on it. Georgia, Delaware, Jersey, Pennsylvania, Virginia. Who else? Maryland. All of them, because them are the ones we got to authenticate what Georgia did. We don't need one, but we got at least 5 of them. Okay, when they filed, all the rest of them came in now, and they all solidified and signed on what? They signed in a sovereign prince. Now y'all say, I told y'all they've been knowing about me since 04, right?
So 04, that's correct, Emperor.
See, so you was what? You over 2 sovereign states that they brought in without the consent of Congress or whoever. And you already recognized 208-1992, that Chief Black Eagle dropped on the government that he cats don't know about. And then you got 215-1993 that the Empress got. You feel me? So you see, so you got all that right there to go back to the treaty, everything you need. So that one banner right there shows everybody down, right?
Everyone. Wow. Amazing.
Huh?
It's amazing. The work that was done to put this together as well.
Oh, that's called development and growth. But you see, within the meantime, by the time you open up shackles and driving trucks off the mountain, blinking your eyes, you're at the bottom of the hill, all kind of stuff going on. You feel me? Preparing you for my seat. Prepare me for my seat. So when you say nut prompt tongues, it go all the way back. You feel me? Got 3 languages. Hieroglyph, Yamaship, and English. You feel me? So that you go all the way back. They can't hide from it. See? So whatever them cats that they messing with, you see, I ain't playing around, right? So this is the bio. That's just the banner. So we keep rolling, all right?
All right.
So they can go get that themselves. They want to know about Jew and Oos dash honorum, Jew and Oos dash imperiale, Jew and Oos dash majestis. Them just noble titles. If you got them, you roll them. You don't understand it. But we got that in our glossary. So you send requests, we send it to you. You don't know what it means. Outside that, you get a couple of them from Black's Law. You want to go down that road. And you notice it says what? Digilodium, not allodial. You feel me? So they get these
Right.
cats out there, all they crazy thinking. Coming, they got some allodial talent. I said, well, who the lodium, right?
Right.
So I know a lot of them mad. They never can't be absolute. Man, I've been absolute. I'm just starting to certain exercise my authority. You mad? And they say, come on, what you got?
All right. That was pretty good. That definitely explained it. So are there any questions that we have?
That guy said pretty good. That boy. The last sounded, man. Tough crowd, man. Tough crowd.
You're right. Well,
Okay.
absolutely right. You know what? It's good that you pointed out that way because you know, I've studied so much of what you're doing and continue to study. And so it's settling in a way. You're right. Other people don't know just how important that is, how significant what you did is. That's real. You kind of like did it. You did it. You did the damn thing. Excuse my language, but you did it. Bottom line, no one has ever done. I've never seen people write like you or anyone have written like this. I don't think anyone else could have written and presented this to free us in that way. And that's basically what it is. The minds, those minds who follow, who know, you know, getting away from that de facto system where we have our corporate soul and can't do nothing, choke us out, you know? We have no life, there's no future. So if it had not been for you writing this document, doing it the way you did, we wouldn't be here on this call. We wouldn't have the things that we have. And a lot of them are going to look at you in a way that they're going to put you up as that character. But yeah, just because I know and been studying, it's like, wow, it's sinking in more so than those who have never heard this.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what they think. It's already in motion.
That's correct.
It doesn't matter. They can't, there's nothing they can do. It's already in motion. All signatures and everything have been approved. The son has already came and initiated the emperor. You feel me? So everybody waiting on me on my arrival. They gave you this character and they said his name gonna be a big old J or M and he gonna come and he gonna look this way, he gonna have this hair, he gonna have all these golden hair, he can be hanging on some cross and all that stuff is it, you know. So man, that's that mystery there. So the royal bloodline is here, but they can't see it. Why? Because they got an image of how they want to see it, and they don't. That's the image. That's gonna cost you. That's gonna cost you 78,000 years now. You feel me?
Right.
So so take these last little puffs, and for real though, because once people got hopes and everything, but the change is already happening. And the universe don't respect a person. You in the midst. So when you want to fight and say this gonna last, Christianity gonna last, Muslim, Islam gonna last, and all the stuff going on in the world. No, if I'm here and I done came and did what I did in 58 years, well, all that system is closed because you can't open up the gates and let the master out. So they just waiting on a certain time because time is of us now. You feel me? You let the royal seat out. So they keep pretending like they so royalty. You feel me? I be laughing. But that's cool.
Right.
And what I had to go through and what I'm going through for my seat and what you gotta go through to see everything. And sometimes you get frustrated, but they're always a lesson. Because once you get to a certain level where we at now, you never looking back. So everything's a lesson for me at this level. So that's what we're rolling. That makes sense to you?
Indeed, it does.
All right,
Indeed.
what else you got?
All right. For our moderator, do we have any questions for the emperor on this? As we waited, it could be in the chat that we didn't see.
No questions in the chat. I think the emperor mentioned touched on the sovereign gold. Did you touch on the sovereign gold or full faith and credit? Full faith and sovereign gold dash code credit emperor.
Say that again?
Yeah, did you touch on what is meant by full faith sovereign dash gold credit?
Oh, you talking about the flyer?
Yeah, you touched on that. Yeah.
Well, the gold was something behind the scene that the United States were hiding through the flags for all them years. So whichever flag lasted, when they took down and brought up, where the gold came on that flag, even going back to the so-called rebel flag. You feel me? So, when they created the Constitution for, well, that was the Pope, the Vatican, I use that name, France and Spain and England had agreed that once upon a time, terrorists that were classified in England over in America like the pirates or something, all of a sudden they got a credibility. They got accreditation by the emperor when he signed that treaty. So when they finally cut the Moor's head off, Benjamin Franklin, through his affiliation with Georgia over there in England, giving him that authority as a postmaster. When the postmaster come in and set up the office of the President of the United States. Don't believe me? Go check it out. Okay. So under that contract, they was attempting to steal the $100 million gold of the Revolutionary War. But France and Spain won't let them do it, so they end up writing the Constitution. That's what the Union States Society of America. That's where you get the Constitution for, which is the $100 million in gold. Okay. It's been sitting there forever. Some say it was out in Fort Knox, but it's been at the UN since 48, 45, 48, whenever they established. That's how the United States got control, because of the gold. Okay? You don't believe me? Go check it out.
Right.
So once 1871, when they did the Reconstruction, and they wrote in the Constitution of America, okay, that became a corporate constitution. So they lost all the treaty rights and the land rights that they had, what they good faith performance company obligation treaties that they had established themselves with the Treaty of Peace and Friendship Morocco. So in 1871, when they reconstruction, they say it was the whole argument about Washington land, Washington land, not no free, no damn slaves. But they created another citizen. Okay, so they stepped away from that venue that they had established that they was able to steal from the Moors in 1791, right? When in 4 March, 1791, when they established that, okay? That's where the white privilege come in. So they decided to take on white, but it was actually talking about white privileges of the emperor that came with the absolute sovereignty, or the vizier chair, some say. You feel me? So that's where the sovereign gold came in. So when I came in and attached and got it back and put it under my venue, well, that's when the flag changed from just a 48-star flag of peace. Now it became the 48-star flag, sovereign gold. That's credit. Why? Because it's representing $100 million in gold. And we own it. Because we represent the gold. That make sense to you?
It makes sense. Makes sense.
Help you out?
Yeah, it helped.
The full faith and credit, I think you said, right?
Yeah, that's right.
The full faith and credit came in, like I told you, these cats out here on the market. When we came in and got the full faith and credit from the United States, and apostille process that we just explained up there, and on the banner up top, okay, that was when you got the full faith and credit, and Colin Powell signed us in because we was already on record. I was already on record as a consul for my own state, a sovereign prince. Well, I went in sovereign prince then. They were 22 days after. That's that 22 go again, right? 22 days after Colin Powell authenticated the state, I signed a claim of life and became a sovereign prince, unbeknown to everybody out there on the market. So all them cats out there claim to be Washington, this now that stuff got coming for your court. We ain't got no problem. You feel me? So that full faith and credit, That's for a state. That's why you got apostille authority. See right there? It says what? No so apostille. You know what I'm saying? No so death matter arrival. And what? Aid of state. So you got no so apostille. That make you got apostille authority to write anything from your state. So anything come from us got what? Apostille on it. So you ain't just sending paperwork out saying I'm this. No, you got apostille because you got full faith and credit. And it's recognized all the way up past you in. You start getting
Right.
that help you out.
Gotta help.
And you got to understand it. It's so frustrating for a lot of people out there because we did it our way. We did it our way. We didn't need that way. You feel me? We did it our way. That makes sense to you. And you see, I came through and shut everybody down. Why? Because everybody thought they knew everything. I thought Chief Black Eagle knew everything. They thought that boy there in Chicago knew everything. I thought that boy there in Philly knew everything. You feel me? They ain't know nothing. They ain't know how to chase their own tail. Why? Because they kept arguing with them about a status. We came along and said, why I got to keep arguing you about my status if it's mine? Make sense to you?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, just 2 points. What you just mentioned, Emperor. You know, which a lot of people just kind of say off the cuff. You know, just say about white privileges. This. Blaming the white man for their having the white privileges, and it's something that just rolls off the tongue so easy. But what you're saying here is basically that what they're saying is not what it actually means.
What are you talking about?
In regards to white privilege, the phrase, the term white privilege.
Oh, well, you got to give the whole explanation because, see, under treaty law,
Mhm.
the white privilege was only established for the three houses: President House, Executive House, Legislative House,
Mhm.
Judicial House. That's all it was established for. After 1871, they allowed it to go to their citizens, some of them. So then you see over the ages, they done got with the credit file now, credit report agencies and all that to constant stereotype you because of what you mark on the application of status. You feel me? So you keep getting discriminated. So, because they keep using the system, you keep giving them permission to use the system against you. Then when they use it against you, you get mad and want to pick it. And then when you finish picking it, you want to get Chinese food. You feel me? And talk shit about Chinese. You feel me? So it's just we everywhere, ain't nowhere. You feel me? That's like somebody sent me. I seen yesterday about some Juneteenth crap, and they was fighting out there at the water. Like a big fight. So it's just you see that's that. We're normal. We outside of that crap. You feel me? Because there's just so much anger brewing because of white privilege, this and that, and they weren't supposed to be that way. So that's something the United States got to deal with. But we ain't got time to deal with it. You feel me? And it's a mess. They help you out.
Yeah, thank you, Emperor. I yield.
What else you got?
I yield to the host.
Huh?
Mangetti, host.
Oh, I thought there was another question. I apologize.
In the chat. Thank you, Emperor.
Gratitude. Okay. So if there's no more questions, then we can move to the next slide. All right. Okay, continuing with the Imperial and Imperial Royal Annals for the ECMYE-IRKR for the month of June, beginning with 2024. For the 3rd of June, we have spectacular, quote, parade of planets, end quote, with the alignment or conjunction of 6 planets across the massive swath of sky in the Northern Hemisphere. Mercury, parentheses, communication, Mars, action, Jupiter, expansion, Uranus, innovation and advancement, Saturn, boundaries, restrictions, and Neptune, spirituality, intuition. all in alignment. For the 6th of June, new moon in this constellation of Gemini marks the first
Hold on,
day.
man.
Okay, Emperor.
I don't understand where you're going. I keep asking over and over again. You gonna be a teacher or a reader?
Actually, I was going to complete the page first to see if there was any questions for any of them, but we can.
Don't come with the but. All right. Just talking about the spectacular quote creative planet, end quote. All right. That energy you just passed on the 3rd of the new moon, that's gonna last for like a year, if I'm not mistaken. So to read it and not to go back over it, you're missing your whole mission because you're not making yourself part of what's going on and you're speaking it while it's going on. So these Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, and Neptune, each one of these answers here, that's something that you're supposed to set going in motion from the 3rd, and then communication, action, what's your action, what's your expansion, innovation, and advancement, what you done, boundary, restriction, spirituality, intuition. So these are the notes that you're supposed to be taking, because you take that, keep that energy. Okay, so then when you went into Pluto just came into Mercury, and you got that 20-year of ain't happening over 500, 400, or 80 years, something they say. But you got a 20-year window on that. All of these would have tied into what just happened with Pluto going past Jupiter for the first time for over 4 years. And so that energy, you will be looking at the next 20 years, however old you is, that's why you're putting into the universe. So if you're serious about development, so then you write that stuff. So that's when you get your little night pad, because now you can see your communication on, in our level, you're talking about your language, action, moving your state, expansion, expanding your state, innovation, advancement. You already got all that. Boundary, restriction, we read that every day. You feel me? When we're in spiritual intuition, we're on to the intuition. Psychometry club, we want intuition. You feel me? Telepathic. So you already got that in your system. So putting it here and on your monthly, on your June, to explain itself, well, that sealed it with Pluto going into Jupiter. It ain't have no 500 years. So this is what you supposed to be on everything you write. Like we got the who, what, when, why, where, how. Well, you got this to go on for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? I think we got to make sure it could be longer. Depends on how in depth you get. But this is something you supposed to take notes on and wrote it down on your development sheet so that you can get the energy from Mercury. You can get the energy from Mars, the deity of war. You feel me? Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, Neptune. You feel me? And Neptune. You feel me? So you get all that energy because you tied into all of them. If that makes sense to you.
Oh, indeed it does, Emperor. And
Everybody, that help everybody out.
Yes, Emperor. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yes, it does, Emperor.
Yes.
Nature's changing.
Yes. Very
Right,
interesting.
we better now.
Oh, better, definitely, Emperor.
All right, we're gonna leave that butt alone, right?
all the time.
All right, come on, let's roll. There ain't no questions on that.
All right. Are there any questions in the chat from the moderator?
No questions in the chat, host.
Okay.
No.
I'll make sure. All right. Continue.
Hold on, man. What happened number 6?
Yeah, that's where I was going. We can go back. Yeah, there you go with number 6. There you go. 62. Gratitude. All right. Continue with the 6. Go ahead, Emperor.
No, let's go inside with our normal sheet compass. That's
Okay.
cool. March the first day of 3rd month, normal sheet compass.
Okay.
Well,
Right.
you got to have your compass to know that, right?
Yes, you do.
All right, I yield.
Okay. That's you checking, huh? All right. Continuing with the 6th of June is the new moon into constellation of Gemini. Marks the first day of the 3rd month on the Namashi compass, as the Emperor just stated. Any questions concerning the Namashi compass? For those of you who may have produced it and purchased or obtained. All right. Next slide, please.
Well, the main thing with that, who got it so far, is that you starting to regulate your time around that compass.
Mhm.
So your months is starting to change, your days is starting to change. So that's just like you being a foreign national country. You see the system you in, but you got to move outside that system because you're not part of that system no more.
Mhm.
So even though you got all the months instead, the way they got it, the Jordanian goes back to the Greeks. So we come in with 13 and get us back in tune with the universe so that we can exercise our magic within ourselves, everybody. So as you got your compass, it's letting you know this is the first day of the 3rd month. In their mind, it's the 6th of June. And our day is starting a whole new month, the 3rd month. So that's letting you know that that's something you got to be doing away from the call, learning how to use your monthly calendar, your compass.
Right. Getting tuned.
Make sense to you?
Indeed.
How you?
All right. That's definite clarity. Okay, so we have the 3 Fennel hummingbird Mercury. All right, moving to our Namashi compass. Namashi compass serves as revitalized ancient sacred circle namatized to bring awareness to the subtle vibrations of air, earth, water, fire, and ether. Everything is vibrating energy like an ocean of frequency. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions are ripples in this ocean. Your attention is your currency. Put value on what you give your attention to. The first new moon after the spring equinox, the earth spirals around the sun for 364 days, revisiting 13 constellations, in sync with all tides of the earth. The moon shines and hides in a series of 8 phases for 13 consecutive months. Each month, in parentheses, month, carries a she, in parentheses, vibration/frequency. The Namashi compass is a gauge of those frequencies and provides the best times to utilize, or correction, to ritualize practices to honor space, energy, self, earth, and ether. Nama/Nibirians Almoroccans Mu'urish Yamasi American natives Amuru Washita Murs de Dugdamanya. Impressive. Are there any questions concerning the Namashi compass? Very interesting. No questions? Are any questions in the chat? Moderator?
No questions, your host.
All right.
Salam alaikum with Magic app Nafir Ray. Yes, if anyone would like to order the Namashi compass, you can scan it where the scan is right here. It says scan below to order, and you can scan to order a Namashi compass. And I yield.
All right. There you have it. Okay, continuing.
There you have what? The compass?
The information on if you would like to order the compass, that you can scan code below to order the compass.
All right. They understand that how we got it?
How did we get it, Emperor? I don't think they do.
Oh. I ain't gonna be like Carl. Carl said her brain GT, what is GT? What that?
They call it.
What's the little the AI GT? GMT?
Salam
GPT.
alaikum magic.
Yeah.
Yes, this was come from years and decades of studies. This was not a chat GPT operation. Okay.
My bad.
Uh,
You want to explain a little bit more, Carl?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yes. Salam alaikum magic. How is everyone this fine day as we going into the solstice and the full moon? Amazing energy. So this particular compass is also known as a 13-month calendar. And the main reason we developed it, because we started noticing as we got more into our culture, more into who we are, we realized we had to also have our own sense of time. So this is an evolution of, we do have a calendar that's in our Constitution, but this is an evolution from that. The one in our Constitution is square, this is circular, and it also goes back to our ancient ways, whereas we are in tune with the women who are in tune with the moon. So this particular calendar, every month starts the new moon, and that started on April 8th. And so after the first full moon, after spring, the moon visits 13 constellations and then repeats itself. So this is a depiction of that. The symbols, the totems, the plants that were chosen for each month is based off extensive studies. I'm a certified natural healer, study Chinese energetics as well. So all of that information with decades has poured into this. And I just give thanks that I was guided to bring it, because I'm not here by myself. You know, I represent ancestors as well. So I give thanks for the beautiful craft that was created for us to establish our culture. So what's most important on this calendar is the 13th. It's like, where is the 13th? So in international arena, they're actually going on a 13. They used to have a 13-month calendar. And so that second month, or that additional month, was added after the summer solstice, and they called it Sol, SOL, right? Now, in other traditions, namely Celtic, they actually recognized that there was another constellation that actually entered, that the moon entered into after Scorpio and in between Sagittarius. So that actually comes in at November 30th and ends December 18th. Now, what's so magical about that particular time? It's literally a magical time of the year, and they tell us every year, right? But they want us to focus on things that are outwardly known. So during these particular times where we're focused on our energy outwardly, we're missing magic. We're missing being able to get in tune with the earth. We're earth keepers. So in order to understand what that means, we have to be connected to the earth. So in many traditions, you know, after All Hallows Eve, there's a certain there's a very thin line between spirit and physical. Just like when you turn on the hot water, it gets so hot, then it gets cold. It feels like it's cold. That's the same thing with energy and realms and how you can go place and place. But we haven't been privy to those things, right? They've been taken away from us because once we connect to that, that connects to our magic. Now, getting back to where we put our extra month, we added it after November because it represents a sign. They call them Ophiuchus, some call them Serpentorius, right? So there's an actual constellation that comes in during that time. And they don't really talk about it because that vibration is a high energy. That's during the time where they say the veils are very thin, where spirit and physical they can like touch each other. You can have that's why it's considered a magical time of the year. So because of that, we wanted to include that. We know the power of the number 13. And then it just made sense when we did the math. If you take 13 months and put 28 days in them, you have 364 days. And then they just added a year. So this particular compass, as we call it, because it gives you a compass of what the energies are. So you can ensure that you stay grounded and be the earth keeper that you are. Make sense? Any questions?
That was very nice.
Okay. So order your compass today. Want to get in tune. It's a beautiful thing to have on your wall.
Indeed.
And I yield.
Gratitude. And Assalamu alaikum. Are there any further questions?
Now, I would say each month we will be showcasing that particular month's energy briefly. So that's what we can't have in the next couple of slides. I yield.
Okay, gratitude. All right. Moving forward, since there doesn't appear any questions, the Fennel. This air constellation symbolizes duality, balance, and synergy. The celestial dance mirrors the harmonious flight of hummingbirds, embodying joy and freedom. This Mun totem embodies tireless joy. Its wings create a humming sound that reminds us to find joy in what we do and to sing about it. Harvesting the knowledge of how to use flowers is reminded here. They can teach how to draw the life essence of flowers for healing. Fennel, a herb, revered for its medicinal and culinary properties, serves as a bridge between earthly and cosmic realms, enhancing enhancing intuition and spiritual clarity. Together, they weave a narrative of interconnectedness, inviting us to embrace our multifaceted nature and find balance in contrasts, and embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. Vegetable stock equal 1 gallon water, 4 garlic cloves, 1 bulb of fresh fennel chopped, 1 yellow onion, 1 carrot, julienne, and 1/4 head of cabbage chopped. In large pot, boil water on high heat and, add vegetables. To boil water, let boil for 10 minutes, lower heat, cover, and simmer for 30 minutes. Strain the veggies and keep the liquid. Very interesting.
Keep the liquid.
That's very specific too.
That's your broth. That's veggie broth.
Veggie
Simple.
broth. Simple.
If you cook in any type of capacity, you always need veggie broth, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry for all of you more intelligent people, vegetable broth.
Mhm.
Wow, it's a lot of us that never grew up knowing a lot of this. Definitely good information.
And that's why it's so important because it puts us back to where we need to be. And everybody's journey is different. So it's important that you tune in to what's here. I yield.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? All right. We good to our moderator?
No
Moving
question.
forward.
I
All
was
right. Next slide, please. Okay. Mercury, quote, messenger of the gods, end quote. I like that one. Acts like a fast talking friend, helping us think fast, learn easy, and express ourselves well. It opens our minds to view ideas and helps us handle emotions during change. On Earth, it influences travel, communication, tech, and even buying and selling. Geminis, ruled by Mercury, which benefit most from this brainy boost. Mercury has played a significant role in ancient alchemy and traditional medicines in different cultures. While we discuss the benefits of Mercury in metaphysics and astrology, Mercury, aka Quicksilver, symbolically it represents sharp thinking, quick learning, and the ability to communicate clearly. Mercury is the only metallic element that is liquid at standard temperature and pressure. This unique property has made it useful in various applications. It's crucial to understand that actual metallic mercury is very dangerous. It can cause serious health problems if touched or inhaled. Never play with mercury! Exclamation point. And that brings a little bit more seriousness to this play of Mercury. As a Gemini, wow, I definitely looked at this. Messenger of the gods, are there any questions?
no questions in the chat. I was
No questions on the messenger of the gods? Okay, next slide, please. All right, so continuing with the 7th of June for the Imperial and Imperial Annals for the ECMYE-IRKR, Crown Prince Ramesses Abel Bey, Earth Day, 1954. Colon space, in parentheses, all cap, PBUH, peace be unto him. All cap, H.E.M. formally acknowledged to the world of Ramesses Abel Bey's 7th, in parentheses, 7th, Marquis de Maison Rouge, in parentheses, PBUH, all cap, authorized by Empress Verdiachi, 6th, in parentheses, 6th, Marquis de Maison Rouge of the, in parentheses, Empire Washita de Dugdemania, in parentheses, 25-year anniversary. That is the man. Doesn't look like it, but very wise.
Oh,
Mm.
the
Emperor,
25th anniversary for her appointing him as the 7th Marquis. Okay, I got it. I got you now.
Mm. All right. Any questions in the chat to my moderator? Give a minute if any questions. All right.
that would
Okay.
that would also
You got
just this will be the 70th year as well. It's 54.
17-year war.
70 years since 1954.
Oh, he was 70 years old now, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, right?
Yeah.
All right, we do have a question in the chat. It's by Yahoo.
Oh,
Where did the term marquee come from?
oh, that came from the Lost Dolphin.
Lost Liver.
That came from the Lost Dolphin. The Lost Dolphin was the prince of France who got lost. That's why they called him the Lost Dolphin. So from that bloodline, he came over and married into the Washington bloodline because he lost all nobility over in France. Because the Revolutionary War came, they killed his dad and his mama. I think y'all might have heard of them, Louis the 16th, Louis the 17th, Anna Maria. And they killed them too, so they had shipped his son, the crown prince, over here. So he had a bloodline over here. So that but he became the first dolphin. So I'm the 8th Marquis. So from the time 1700 to now, we at the 8th Marquis. Because you see, Ramses Abel Bey, he was a 7th Marquis who was appointed by the Empress. 2001. But she went to a coma.
Mhm.
So then when he nationalized me as Chief Marquis, he nationalized me as head of the Washington Nation, owner of the damn nation. So if something happened to him, they couldn't steal it and get back to her son like they attempted to do. Or some cat down there in Fayetteville attempting to claim that he got some status. And then the old former Washington with Zarkor gone now, you got some of them cats down in Georgia still claiming that the Washington got this and that, So it's, huh?
Strays.
Yeah, strays, there you go. Still attempting that the claim that they got some status, and like I said, it doesn't amount to nothing. It's what we call legal alone. Let me give you my face so you can see me say it right. Not hiding behind the scene, damn it. It's called organizations called legal alone die you must organizations, all right? Making sure you can see me saying it, right?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
No mistakes.
All right, I yield.
Gratitude. So this is the one who nationalized under the Washington.
Excuse me, host. There's a question in the chat.
Oh.
Amir Mun asking, which house or dynasty does that go back to? In relation to the dolphin, lost dolphin.
What do you mean?
Yeah, the question is, which house or dynasty does that go back to? I think you mentioned about
Which house?
Yeah, question by me.
France?
Which house or dynasty does that go back to? You mentioned the Washington.
Talking about dynasty? This went back to the he was Louis 17th was a 17th. He was Louis the 17th. He would have had his daddy was the 16th, so he would have been Louis the 17th.
Okay.
Right. So I would assume.
Huh?
Yeah, I think he was referring to that where that term marquis come from. He was like a follow-up from that previous question. So he's like, the term marquis come from, and then which house or dynasty does that go back to? So yeah,
1700 wouldn't have it if they would have got his seat. France, that's why France ain't got no monarchy.
Very interesting.
Huh?
Very interesting right there.
All right, what else you got?
Any further questions, moderator? In the chat?
Yeah, the Amir Mun just put Habsburg, the Bourbon.
Oh, you're talking about a Habsburg. Okay, yeah, you're talking about that bloodline. Okay. That's inside the Demon Song Rule, Habsburg.
Okay.
All the way back to the Bourbon estate. Remember?
Right. That's right. Washita proper connection.
It got the whole Washita connected. It just you got the oldest independent autonomous nation kingdom on earth. Because the 21593 number represents the Washita Murity Dugdamanya as the oldest independent people on earth. Okay?
Mm,
So don't take it lightly, right?
right. And that's where the E come in there, right, Emperor?
Well,
The E to the empire. Imperial. I mean, correction.
well, the
Imperial.
Hempire that came from the royal bloodline of Saint Ayah-Maria. There wasn't nobody else had that bloodline but Saint Ayah-Maria. You didn't have no royal bloodline in France as imperial.
Mm-hmm.
You hear Britain talking about they got imperialists, but they don't have no imperial government. The imperial went to Morocco, and the imperial went to the Washita. There ain't nobody else had it on their titles.
Right.
Let you know they stole everything they got, right?
Yeah.
Now they walk around pretending to be some damn sovereign. Y'all up and down in Hawaii and some prince guy and this prince guy. They shit and breed just like you. They ain't got nothing special than you. Only thing they got special is some title and more damn money.
Right.
And a longer fronted when that monkey ass die. That's all they got. What else they got? They ain't got no salvation, nothing they say.
No.
That make sense to you?
Indeed.
Help you out now?
There's
Yes.
another question in the chat, Emperor. Did Louis the 17th reestablish an absolute monarch when he married Sire and
Saint Ayah Maria. No, he didn't. No. He didn't get anything. He got nobility back. He married into a royal bloodline. It would have to go to his sons. Because, he became the Marquis, the lost dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
But when Crown Prince Ramsey Bey nationalized me, and then we came and got the state of Georgia, well, now that seat has full faith and credit. It had no full faith and credit up to then.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Because the Washita, they cut in 1713, remember? They already controlled the Washita. So the Washita was nobility anyway. Because you remember in 1713, treaties up trick, what she say? They was what did it say? They became the protectorates over your imperial land rights and sovereignty, okay? Over the Washita Murity Dugdamanya, okay? So from that point, they would never plan to lose that seat. So that's why you got imperial got wiped out. Okay, so but the Dima rule all the way down to Saint Ayah Maria, that's imperial. That's all imperial. So when you talking about Louis XVI, he got nobility back from marrying the empress. Because the empress got pure land, millions of it. So then he fall back through their kids, which if the French was to ever reassert their monarchy, it's supposed to fall back to Louis XVII and his bloodline, not the 18th came up, remember? And then I think 16 and Anna Maria's daughter came up after that and married a cat from, I think, Portugal or something. He became Charles the first or second or something. But that was just buying time with the inedible, you feel me? Because eventually 17 had to get his seat. So when the United States came and gave us full faith credit as a sovereign state, and then we signed a contract with that treaty with the United Washita Dugdamanya, what Crown Prince Ramsey Bey had created. Right. Well, that seat now have full faith and credit from the United States. He didn't need to get it from Spain or like they told Crown Prince Ramsey Bey told me when they went to Spain to get the paperwork, they couldn't get them full faith and credit. They said you had to get that from the United States. So we went ahead and got it, but we've been a sovereign state. Well, now you start to see what we didn't need no France for anybody to come in and authenticate whatever's already done, because we already got the full faith and credit from the United States. That's why you see why that nationality is so hot, right?
Mhm.
Because your status.
Right.
Now you're moving your ship out. That's why you're seeing that status come full disclosure. That makes sense to you.
Yeah, makes
All
sense.
right, that help you out?
Yes, it does. Gratitude.
Gratitude. All right. Host, I yield to you.
All right. That satisfies the questions. Are there any more questions in the chat? Checking to be sure.
No more questions in the chat. Okay, so when it can go. Yeah. I think it's a follow-on question from that. So lineage cannot be lawfully skipped if they assumed he was dead. Emperor? So
Well, they wrote that. Well, you can go read. You can go read Wikipedia,
Mm,
and they tell you he died when he was 12 years old in jail and all that. If you want that type of story, if you want the truth, that's why I just gave you. But if you want a story, they already wrote the story. They wrote him off. They wrote him off at 12 years old. So Louis XVIII come in. It's what 18th said, because he's supposed to came in at 17. What 18th said? They asked him that question when she got coronated, right? Why did you take 17? What did he say? He said, because out of respect for his first cousin, or his cousin, the 17th, he died, they so-called in prison, he wanted to reserve or reserve his lineage or whatever, his name or whatever. I said, that's the most bullshit in the world. Louis 17th couldn't be in Louis 17th until he got coronated. So that meant he was crown prince. So if he died at 12, that made the 18th became the crown prince, whoever they got appointed him. And then he got coronated as the 18th or the 17th. You feel me? 17
Right.
would have never had no title if he wasn't still living.
right.
Exactly.
So you said they play games, you said they play word games, right?
Yes, indeed. Tricksters.
And you got people running around to this day believing that crap that this boy died in jail.
Yeah.
Like for real, man. And you got the bloodline. You listen, it ain't just me proving the bloodline. They proved the bloodline back in 1800 when the Turner case, when they took them to court. You feel me?
Turner, yes, indeed. Read the case. Yes.
Right, yeah.
1800.
Huh?
Yeah. Yes.
So you see, so that's been on record.
Yeah.
Sense to you.
Oh, yes. Makes sense, Emperor.
What you got?
All right. Are there any questions in YouTube?
Mm,
I know they are different from our questions in the chat, so
yeah.
makes
Question from YouTube.
all right. Gratitude. Next slide, please. Well, I want to be sure we're done with Ramesses about questions. All right, moving to the ninth.
Got one question.
Hold on, we have a question. And you have to go back a slide as well. Yeah, right there. That's where we are after the question. Yes, you may proceed with the question. Daniel Bakai.
All right, this question is from Dirt Anki. Does that mean that continuation of the French monarchy lives within you?
Yep. I'm the 8th Marquis de Masanru, King Louis the 20th. Already recognized.
And then
Huh?
the next question, and that has been recognized, Emperor?
Yeah, it's been recognized.
Been recognized.
Huh?
And has been recognized, correct?
Oh yeah, it's been recognized. What are you talking about, Armageddon?
Just to answer the question for the person in the
Oh.
YouTube. Yeah, that's
I thought you were irritating.
oh,
Of course
no.
it's national. I mean, come on, you know about the UN, everybody. You ain't got a question like you don't know what's going on. You recognize the whole UN though. That's what I'm asking you. You trying to say you helping the people out, help them out, man. Give them the truth. All right.
And
There's a hand raised in the chat, host.
Nanya Shijare, you have the floor.
On my show. Quick question. So what you're saying that protector, does that necessarily mean that there's not other family members? It's just that you were provable. Is that the case?
Oh, they got all kind of family members. They can't tie themselves outside their contract.
Okay. Okay.
You see, you look at the Empress bloodline, right? You got her granddaughter out there claiming to be an Empress, right?
Right.
What's your Empress at?
Right.
She don't have no status to be nothing. Her status is Washington. That's docked inside of the corporation United States. They can't claim no sovereign royal bloodline being a corporation. So when he went and got that 501c3 back in 08, you know, you can see that thinking that these people got. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who else you talking about? The bloodlines over in France, you say, quote unquote, from the old kings. All right, that they keep a bloodline tracking of, okay?
Okay.
They ain't got no status neither. Because if they had status, they can come in and set back up the monarchy. But in not the monarchy, lost the monarchy that goes through the they got a president now? Yeah. Not even a prime minister, they got a president. You see? So they can't even bring his wife up to be the first lady. You see? So you gotta look at the French politics, you feel me?
Right.
So to keep, you know, so they don't have no more royalty. So these cats that claim to be royal, you got a couple of them out there on the market sale. I think the one out there in New York, I think one came in back in 08, 08, 09, wanted to be the Duke of it wasn't I forgot the name of it, but I ain't gonna say forgot, it just ain't in my brain right now. But he became the Duke of he wanted to be. So the King of Spain during the time, who's Philippe, who's sitting now, his daddy was at the there you go. Avon, something like that. Yeah, he wanted to be the Duke. But the King of Spain said that it can never come under the French monarchy. That's a title for the French monarchy. Let's say the Spain monarchy, not the French monarchy. So he got denied. That was back in 08. And then you had one, I think, up in New York University, supposed to be studying certain things. They traced all back to Louis the 10th. Outside of that, they just completely wiped Louis the 17th bloodline off because of the tent. You feel me? The little tent. You feel me? The little tent. You know, the tank. You feel me? The little tank. Yeah. You know, that's why they did with that. That makes sense to you, right?
That makes sense. I appreciate that. Thank you. I yield the floor.
Avion. I like that pronounces Avign.
I don't know if that's the right one. I think it's that one, but I think it was Azure, something like that. Or a jaw, something like that.
John, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was something on that level. But he close.
Yeah.
That makes sense to you.
Oh, it does to me. All right.
So that was good for Prince Bay.
Indeed. Yes. Okay, continuing with the 9th of June, while standing in the Chihuahua River with magical shackles, it became clear to the all-cap H.E.M. colon space that the 58th year of his solar return would have to be defined properly. In parentheses, 58 in perpetuity from 2021 and continuing the following year, 2022, as 58 number 1, 2023 as 58 number 2 and 31 August 2024 as 58 number 3. Close parentheses. Very interesting. 58 number 1, 2, and 3. Can you explain that for us, Emperor?
Oh, well, it's really simple. I just got overwhelmed with the way that, certain things that happen. So when I let the master out, when we did the ritual to honor my grandma, and we did a psalm on live call back in 2022. Well, throughout all that knowledge that we went through to understand about the master and the immortal five beings, I looked at 58 because the de facto James boy who wrote the Bible or the Bible, his de facto ass, who killed my grandma, assassinated my grandma, he was 58 years old when he died. And now I'm 58 when I open up the gates of his curse. That was a 430-year-old curse that they put on my family. So when I broke that 430-year curse on my grandma's Earth Day, that was also tied me and my bloodline to the master and the immortal five beings. So once that, like I said, through my whole journey, my whole life, whether people thought you were wrong or right makes no difference. You was perfect because you was in the right place at the right time. I came through the right schools throughout your journey to be perfectly groomed to do what you did and open up the gates that they say only this boy named Jay can do, was supposed to come and do.
Mm-hmm.
But I came and did it. You feel me?
Right.
So when that came in, that I was 58. So I consider that on my mind 58 number 1 because I didn't get no older from there because of 58. That's why I stayed. So that became, but that first year was just 58. When I was standing out in the river with the shackles, playing with the water and everything, playing with the energy, So, and they said I had to be straight. So like, I'm not 58 number 3, I'm 58 number 2. So this year be 58 number 3, which makes sense. So the first year was just 58 now, not 58 number 1. And then next year became 2022 became 58 number 1. And then this last year we had 58 number 2. So we have parties, house parties and all that every year. So we just got to update each year. So we had a couple mess ups, what we call fuck ups, on the call with everything. But you see how the elders come out and let you do it right on this one. Because now you are definitely going into your 58 number 3. So I got to enjoy the 58 number 2 what's left of it. So, and then, I'm coming in 58 number 3, which 3 means everything. And then you coming into your seat. That makes sense. That explain everything for you.
Oh yeah, it does. It does. It made me think about that Chihuahua River. There's just a touching of the river, just like with magical shackles and how you explain about the magic of Nagbingi. Wow, actually, he said it became clear. So that river had a lot to do with it, huh?
Well, the river is just cleansing for, people to travel. Anytime you near water and you got to flow. And you just play with the water. If it works for you, it works for you. Some people won't know if it's going east, west, south, north before they even touch it or play with it.
Mm-hmm.
Me, things just happen strange and different in my journey. So whether somebody say, oh, found a river rolling north, found a river rolling west, found a river rolling east, found a river flowing south, but the north is always powerful. But then you find one rolling south just as powerful as one rolling north. So why do it work for you different than it does everybody else? You see? So because you got people out here claiming to know stuff on certain levels, but then your magic you bring in overshoots all that magic. So they only think that way because they was only able to go to a certain level with their magic that they have learned, whether they went through the Masons, the Illuminati, Skulls of Bone, the witches, the warlocks, the occult, whatever. They can only go so far because that's far the magic that they knew could go. That's how they was able to plot and against the royal bloodline with the kings of France and Spain and England and Portugal be about this religious thing that they got because they had the key. See, they had the key, they thought. Until you came through and showed you didn't need no key and no story. It's in our blood that can unlock metal. They ain't got no magic, got no rock can unlock metal. You feel me? Your magic unlock metal. So that's why I say whatever you attempting to throw, or whoever you playing with that voodoo stuff with them Georgia judges and all them folk throwing stuff at me, you just let you know that's why it ain't never worked. You finally know why it never worked. Now they got to go back and sit, look in their own head and their own brain and know what they did. And knowing that what they did, they know where they're going. They already know. Because they can't suppress that. There's no magic on the world can suppress this, what I got. So it's just a matter of time I come to my seat, right?
That's
What
right.
I tell you, all right. Ain't nothing you can do. That's it, you know. It's already in motion. Make sense to you?
Indeed.
All right, how you?
All right. Gratitude for that effort. Okay, moving to the 10th. Oh, are there any questions in the chat or YouTube concerning the 9th of June and what we just discussed?
No questions in the chat at the moment. If any Nama can have a look in the
No
YouTube.
questions on YouTube.
No question YouTube. Okay, thank you, Daniel.
All right. Okay, so for the 10th of June, moving forward, we have Pope Francis, General Civil Orders Letter. Pope. General Civil Orders issued to all members of the Domestic Police Forces, U.S. Marshal Service, the Provost Marshal, members of the American Bar Association, and the American Armed Service. Fraud has no statute of limitations. 10-year anniversary. Interesting.
Yeah, because everything working 10 years, and you know that.
Yeah.
See that, and they just verified it, y'all, everything I've been telling y'all. See, I told y'all the United States can't sign no damn treaty, right? But they ain't got no land. So you see them go sign a security agreement with Ukraine, okay, that lasts what? For 10 years. Or if another sitting president come in, they can get rid of it immediately. So you let you know what the Pope says is real. It's a 10-year because everything going 10 years. 10-year window.
Right.
So he wrote the civil order in 214, okay, 10th June 214. Okay, he said that within 10 years, this state, this republic, this emperor, this constitution is going to be in full force, in full volition. Where you at? Huh?
Developing. We here.
What did this guy say?
We're in full.
You be missing too many calls. You need to get caught up. Where we at, y'all?
404.
All fours.
You got 10 June 14 and you got 10 June 2024. That's 10 years. All right. So you got a notice of a session out there that's way past the 100-day mark before you get to 10 June. All right. And it ends on 13 June 2024. That's notice of a session. So that make you, that's land. So the Pope just told you in the civil order that this emperor we talking about, everything will be in place within 10 years. And so like I told you before, I don't regulate myself on 10-year window no more because we we did that at 14. I just keep it as a reference point so that certain things get done within that window. So the first 10 years, you seen we had the Chief Black Eagle, quote Thunderbird, end quote, as the commander in chief. He didn't do shit. He didn't sit inside the state, didn't do nothing because he didn't let us teach him because his family and everybody else thought they knew, like I said, thought they knew what we have done. And so his seat set for 10 years. At the same time, United Washington did money seat set for 10 years too. A lot of people forgot that one. Okay. So once them 10 years up, only a sovereign, a true sovereign, which I have proved that I was and is, I came in and restructured the whole government. So the Yamson neighborhood government, my IRK image don't exist no more.
Right.
It exists on that 501c3, whatever that boy got down in Georgia as the Klan. It exists on that shit because he all in the 501c3. But far as a sovereign state, you don't have no status. And anything, and anybody using any of that state since 11 February 14, they got to bring that for the court. That's why you just keep moving. They have no status to do nothing. So only a sovereign prince can say that. Okay? Even with the United Washington done money, only a sovereign prince can say that sovereign state. You feel me? So you got people claiming to be princes and of the Washington and empresses of the Washington. They ain't got no status to do nothing. They ain't got a status to breathe. Feel me?
Yeah.
Because even that boy down in Fairview, the status that boy got. He been put on he been put on notice a while back. So whatever he done made off of Washington, it all come back to the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Where he going, he ain't never come back nowhere. So, you know, Crown Prince grants big weight on him anyway. So, you know, and I already gave him authority to do what he gonna do when we get to that death stage. The legal alone die they must. All of them. You feel me? So all that crap they out there pulling down don't make, you know, it don't even faze me. So this 10-year wonder here, it's the 20th today, where you already passed your 120 day on 13, which is also your anniversary we get ready to get to. You feel me? So you feel me? You see how time work?
Oh yeah.
And so you ready to roll. You like them shackles, don't you?
Yeah, they nice. They look like they've been touched up right here too.
They ain't touched up. That's how I was when I bought them. Right here now. I just put my energy in them. So my magic open them. Boy, you see me keep.
Yeah, there's a question in the chat
But they go everywhere I go now. Come on, what you got?
Yeah, in the image, are those actual shackles that open for you? That's a question. In the image.
What, this picture?
Yeah.
No, them the shackles.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Them is the shackles. I took that picture yesterday at the lake, at the river.
Oh, okay. Oh, those okay. These are the actual shackles. Yes.
Them
So
the actual shackles, they're open.
yeah, that's yes.
These are some magical strong. My power grids here. For those who know, we leave them alone. But I that's why I keep them. But no, them the actual shackles, bro. No. I brought them out the woodwork, son. Young man. I just went out yesterday to take a good picture. You know, I had one later on, me standing up, my crown on. You know, open up the shackles. You feel me? Anybody mess with that type magic, bro? Who got some magic? Come mess with me. You know, bring it.
Right.
But yeah, them the actual shackles. Y'all got a good picture now? Got you thinking a little different now, though.
All right. Impressive.
I know somebody like, man, I want to hold him. I want to hold him. You want to steal my magic, right? Try to get him some magic. They want to get my magic, right? They want to touch me.
Yeah.
You got some people running. They got some people running far they can. Hurry up. Get away with that guy. Get away from that guy.
Yeah.
All right, come on, let's dance, y'all.
All right, Emperor. Next slide, please. Oh, hold on. Let's make sure that there are no Okay, there's a comment that says, very nice picture. Gratitude.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Appreciate it.
All right.
Well, that's gonna mess them Nubians up right here, boy.
Continuing with the 13th of June. While Khufu renewed Zadok Samson-L nationalized as Yamasee Native American Mir by, colon space, former Chief, colon space, Black Eagle, quote, Thunderbird, end quote, and former Custodian Chief, colon space, Black Hawk of the recognized and acknowledged, quote, sovereign state, end quote, Yamasee Native American government via Mount, quote, Arafat Embassy, USA, small U, 21-year anniversary, in parentheses.
I know why y'all didn't push 21 year down. Well, y'all getting better. All right, so y'all see the document over there on the side, right?
Yes.
So you don't need a one sheet of paper, you feel me?
Right.
Look how powerful that one sheet of paper is. I give y'all 3-4 sheets on y'all nationality, you feel me? You don't even know how to accept it. Because I got certain things written in it for your advancement, for the new ones. All the old ones done, so all the states gonna find out that none of them people are trying to sabotage the empire. They're just digging along the grave for themselves. That's all. That's why I don't pay them no mind. But you see that nationality, don't you? See, and
Yes.
you gotta realize that Chief Black Eagle, that's when he had put the authority under Chief de facto boy. So that's why they don't understand. See. So that created my home. He gave my own venue. Remember, he came in, we made him nationalized on the 20th, 19th rather. And then on the 20th, we filed for the state, but the 19th, 6 days after I got mine, you see? So he did something for me, I came in and did something for him, right?
That's right.
Right.
Indeed.
So y'all ain't see no, you see, so you see the original seal down here on the right, you see?
Mm.
All right, and then you see our seal came in and broke the boundary. So you can break it. You got to break it because it's only existed within the frame. So you see, I came in and broke it with my seals, so
Okay.
it can never die out. It can never go old. You see, I came in and broke it.
Yes.
You see what his seal is back in the day. You don't see it breaking, do it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there you go. So you see me come in and take it outside of that venue because
Yes.
anything inside of a box don't exist. Y'all know that, right?
Yes, we do, Emperor.
Right.
I know you got folk looking on their wall now. They got degrees and stuff from colleges that's in the box. They're like, he said that didn't make no, I don't. It ain't what the paper's written on.
It's written down.
They only accept it because you're a democracy. They say the university in America have a status quo, but you ain't got no sovereignty. So that's just like I said. What do they really know, right?
Right.
Interesting, right?
Definitely interesting.
All right, what else you got?
All right. Are there any questions in YouTube or chat on the 13th from that dial?
No question
No
from
question
YouTube.
at all.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta tell them so-called Nubians out there who say they love the chief and they gonna do it. What did he nationalize they black asses at, right?
Right.
He left them all followers, didn't he?
Indeed.
But they can't come and touch this. But they don't have no stay or anything. You starting to see it?
Oh,
So,
yes.
Emperor,
Yeah, come on.
not even the chief's sister was nationalized as
Oh nah, no, hell no.
right.
Whatever he is.
Mm,
No. That's an undercover Christian anyway.
mm.
All of them undercover Christian. They never believe nothing Chief wrote. They wouldn't do what the hell they did to him. Talking about your sister, your brother. You feel me?
Right.
But anyway, we leave that alone for another day.
You do.
But anyway, nobody know. None of them got nationalized. Matter of fact, That's one reason I told y'all they can say I want to listen to. But matter of fact, he told them to create. He ordered them, which Chief Black, I gotta give him credit. De facto down in Georgia. He did what the chief asked him to do. He wanted to set up what he called a Bassa tribe. Okay, so that the Bassa tribe could get nationalized under the embassy government without being under Mount-IRK embassy. Okay, so he told them to get nationalized under the Bassa tribe that was under his seat. Not none one of them niggas, whatever they make figure, got nationalized under that Bassa tribe. So you tell me who they following, right? Because they can't be following him. He told them an order
And they didn't
20 years ago, and they never did that order to establish themselves, to give themselves some status. They never did any of it. So to be out here now claiming they got some status, attempting to sabotage the embassy government, which you seen we done take it to a whole nother level now. So everything they're doing treason now, you feel me? They could have been set straight back then if they would have got nationalized under the Bassa tribe, which would have allowed him to operate the commander-in-chief spot the way it's supposed to be, because now he got the Bassa tribe and he got Mount-IRK embassy tribe. See, clan, we call it that, right? And then you see right here, he created me a clan. So I would have started up with the Yamasee Native American Merge clan. So then we'd have had 3 clans under the Yamasee government, but him being the chief, the Mount-IRK embassy got their clan, the Bassa tribe, which is in the Wabi, would have had their clan, and then you seen me have my own stuff right here. So if you understood what I'm talking about, that makes sense to you.
What would be the point of having the Bassa tribe as opposed to just being under the Yamasee Native American government?
Because they wanted their own thing. I don't know why you asked me that question. You've been around long enough, me. So, you asked me that question, why, why the long there? War. You feel me? War. That why go a long way. But to make it a short path on a long story is that we smoke weed, man. So them cats over there felt like they was eating chicken, shrimp, everything under the sun, drinking everything, but come to weed, they couldn't smoke no weed. So they seen us smoking weed, so they didn't want to come around us because we smoke weed, and they claimed that they were doing everything so right and righteous, all that bullshit, right? But anyway, so they didn't want to follow us. They wanted their own thing. So they can go do their own thing. Until the Cab County told them, and they lost their damn mind. At the Cab County, Georgia, Supreme Court, Secretary of the Court. But they went in and tried to file a try. So we gave them what we did. So the factor down in Georgia called me straight up, asked me, well, should he do it? I told him, yeah. Not, they're going to try to say we blocked anything from getting the chief out. So we gave it to him. And I said, damn well, when they get down to the Cab County, they're going to get chewed out. So we just sat back and waited. And then he was supposed to be dating that boy's daughter back then. So the laws, blue laws, all that crap.
Yeah.
They wrote all that stuff up, went out there. And that clerk of court, her name Deborah, what was her name? Deborah Debris, I think it was. She told him, he said she put that document in the air. And told everybody in that court, in that room, if anybody else try to bring in any of this type of documents in here, flag it. Because we done signed one state in, we catching hell from the Gold Dawn, which is the capital. And they think we get ready to sign another name, you feel me?
Right.
So instead of them coming after that, they should have found out and understood how bad what we had was so heavy. Instead of them coming over to get on the ship, they started same thing with the Moors like they're doing now. Challenge and fight for the Constitution that they don't represent. Shit like that. You feel me? That's what it became.
Yeah.
So it wasn't no need to argue with them, because you didn't have security all set up yet. So a lot of stuff that they thought they got away with, they didn't make nothing out of it. They tried to run up to the UN and represent the seats, but they couldn't because it's already docked under me. And so they just went up there trying to claim the seats and started that little embassy crap back in the day, but they never came to the state to get permission. They want to create their own state, or they call their own office. Like that's how, but they Nubians, remember, or Sabians, whatever they want to call it. You know, they're so intelligent, so smart. You know, I'm just saying, you know how dumb they really are, and they actually got people following that crap. You feel me? I don't think they can do it. Put in outfits. They ain't got no knowledge of nothing. What's going on? And that make it make sense. Help you out.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Thank you, Emperor. No, you.
Oh yeah.
All right. Any more questions from the YouTube or chat? On to the
Yeah, no more questions.
Okay.
Chat.
Wow. Again, once again, impressive. Okay, moving to the notice of accession, in parentheses, NOAR
I'm sorry, Manjetta. I got a quick question for the protector, just to finish this out. Would you say that, protector, being that you are the best kept secret, right? That the U.S. kind of aids to the confusion about the state? Because if it was in the open, then everybody would know that they wouldn't have a leg to stand up on. Feel me?
Right, but it's not. But you the best kept secret because no country or state or nation is going to give someone more authority than they got.
True.
So when the United States gave us more authority than they got, treaty rights, all that than what they got, of course you're gonna become the best kept secret. They can't do anything about you, but they can tell their comrades to keep you as quiet as possible and don't talk about you on the record, talk about you behind the record, which they've been doing for over 20 years now. But now you already get accreditation on certain countries we ain't gonna name here. So you in accreditation project with foreign countries overseas. So, you know, that take 5 years. Sometimes we're gonna put it out there in their business. But we're gonna say around 5 years, but y'all know who know. We're gonna say we give it that for them who don't know. So you at that process. So these cats ain't claiming they got some status. These cats ain't claiming they got some status. Well, that's why they should be showing their followers that they got some type of status. They ain't got no status. So when you're doing notice of accession, you gotta have that's a monarchy authority to be able to attach your land. So I claimed all the damn land, Washington land, every damn thing. So if they don't know what it is, it's past their mindset anyway. It's diplomacy anyway. It's just I had to put it out there to a degree because we got our own sovereignty, and some might say it's outside of diplomacy or protocol. Well, and I say in my breath, tell protocol diplomacy to step up and do what they need to do, so we don't have to put out certain things that we shouldn't have to put out. If you only stood on your back legs and stop all this bullshit, you feel me? You know.
Feel you.
So,
Appreciate that.
but we still moving,
Right.
and we don't need that. We don't need nothing they got. They need us. At the end of the day, right?
Indeed. Thank you.
All right, that's cool.
Cool.
All right, you.
All right, great. Moving forward with notice of accession, in parentheses, all cap NOA, 120 days after last mailing was received in international protocol. Emperor. Oh, no, never mind. I already know that part of it. So, cool. And that's on the 13th. We're continuing with the 13th of June. All right. Former de facto President Donald Trump is arraigned and indicted on 34 counts of federal charges, ranging from fraud, espionage, and improper handling of classified documents. In parentheses, fulfillment of imperial prophecy made by all cap H.E.M. stating that the U.S. government was going to come after Trump. Quote, watch what they do to him, end quote, close parentheses. Reference, colon space, 15 January 2023, dash Four Corners Trap. What does H.E.M.R. colon space want them to know? Article 2, Section 4, impeachment, in parentheses. All cap H.E.M. colon space is on the de jure side, a constitution challenge for the de facto, and he had the constitutional power to exercise that right.
Okay, you lost me here. What are you talking about here?
They have here the former de facto president, when you made that announcement that they got him, Donald Trump, the former de facto president, Donald Trump, is
Well, I
arraigned.
said they were going to trap him in the four corner. I said no. I said when they came after him, I said watch what they do to him. So they came and set him in a four corner spread with the court that he can't get out of. And I told y'all that. And now you start to see the first part of it is already implemented, but you got three more corners. You got four corners. You feel me?
Mm.
So that's how they trapped him. Article 2, Section 4, impeachment. Well, that was something I put in the. Oh shit, that was a mailing way back then. That I sent. When Mueller shut that case down. I had that in that document. I forgot which one it was. And that's when Mueller came in and shut that case down because I got constitutional authority to challenge the Constitution. So he redacted everything in that Mueller report. But once our court requested for it to come over to our court under our jurisdiction, ain't no redaction gonna be on that. Okay.
Right.
Constitutional challenge. Well, I never really put him on the spot for a constitutional challenge because our court is not open yet, fully functioning like I wanted to be. You have offices that we get ready to facilitate within, the appeal court in DC and the chancery court in Morocco up in DC to hold certain cases until we get certain things done on that level. We keep that on that level. So you can't really bring up that constitutional challenge. We don't need to right now. The states, they got to have 3/4 of the states got to come together to force a constitutional challenge. So outside of that, I always had to exercise the right, all that constitutional power. So I just want to make sure that quote was straight in there. Okay.
Indeed.
Good now. Y'all got
yes.
notes, right?
Oh, yes.
All right, cool. All right, you.
Neferre with the comment of yes, absolutely. Okay, are there any questions in the chat or YouTube?
No questions in the Zoom chat post. Are you?
All right. Okay, moving forward with the 14th of June. Establishment of the Continental Army, 1775, in parentheses, 249-year anniversary. 1777, John Adams introduced a resolution before Congress mandating a United States. Oh no, we don't want to move past this Army one. Are there any questions to the Army?
What's wrong with the Army?
Excuse me, Emperor?
I said, what's wrong with the Army?
We just want to finish the questions was on it. Want to make sure.
That go back. That's what the goal is. That's what the $100 million in gold represented. Creating the Army. That's what the $100 million in gold does. So when I did with the Army, that goes back to 1774 or 75 when they got the Army established to fight the Revolutionary War. That's the goal. How do you think they got the currency to get the war?
Let's go.
You got that right?
Yes.
So you see how far your equity go back?
Yeah. Indeed.
Makes sense now, don't it? That's what the Pope was talking about. That's what the Pope was talking about, the civil order. When they talking about the Grand Army of the Republic, that's what they talking about, the Continental Army. That's the Grand Army of the Republic. The Grand Army is a name that they did under Republic President, what's his name, Abraham Lincoln. But the Continental Army, the Continental Navy, and the Continental Marines is the Grand Army of the Republic. If you look at it, if you know what I know, you feel me? So this is that you know, okay? That makes sense to you? You learn something today, then.
I did, Emperor. You already know. Those who know the list. All right. Well, moving forward real quick for this brief for 14.
Yeah,
17.
I'm sorry, Majority. I got a delay over there.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. Protected. All right. So, how does that pertain to like the Joint Chiefs of Staffs today, bringing it up forward? Or the armed services of today?
Were you able to catch that question, Emperor?
On mute.
Emperor, if you're speaking, you're on mute, just in case.
Just in case.
We cool, Majority. We come back to it.
No, you had a question for me?
Yeah, I will ask
My
you.
bad.
Now you cool. I will ask you about pertaining to what you just said about the Continental Army. I was asking, how does that pertain to like the Joint Chiefs of Staffs or the military today?
Oh, the whole military under the treaty that they signed with the Pope and everybody back in 1700s. That whole point was for the protection of the land and the citizens of the land. That's why the Pope came to explain it to you in the civil order. So ain't nothing changed. You just notice once they did the Reconstruction, the National Guard is in the states now, not the military. They just do basic training and all that stuff. But you see all the military exercises overseas. You feel me? They all overseas. So every time you see we police in the world, so people don't understand that you can't police home because you ain't got nowhere to go. You can train them here, but the military, the way they set, you see everything done overseas. You didn't notice that? Which I know you have.
I have, but didn't know that was the reason.
Yeah, you got that because they see how they set the provost marshal up. That's why you got National Guard. That's provost marshal. They control the state to help assist the states. But the military can't step in and assist the states. You feel me?
Copy that. Copy that. And that military one goes back to quartering, right?
Well, you got all kind of military. You got all kind of military code.
Copy that.
You feel me?
Yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, you good?
I am, Jenny.
All right.
Excuse me, host, there's a question in the chat.
You have the floor.
Thank you. A question from Amir Mun. Is that why the majority of the major military installations are in the South?
Well, I ain't gonna say that in the South. It's got more basic training bases in the South. You talking about like Lackland Air Force in San Antonio, Georgia, Columbus, Paris Island, South Carolina, all that. That's just different bases that created through where you set up military across the country. So you got plenty of bases in all over the United States, but they all get orders going overseas. Being here on the base, you just privileges on the base while you stand on land. But they never do nothing outside of the military. They always get National Guard. The governor need help, he calls for the National Guard. Even down in Texas, you seen the governor came out with National Guard, didn't
I was gonna ask you about that, like the borders. Whose job is it to secure the borders?
Well, it actually is supposed to be the United States based on the federal government, the way they wrote the whole contract up. But then the states lost a lot of their sovereignty when they created the federal government. So in the last 50 years, the federal government came in and basically tell the states what to do with everything. Until that boy down in Georgia and Florida, I think both of them governors kind of stood up to challenge the system during your day and time.
I flip the script, right? Uh-huh.
To see how far they can push it for the federal government coming in to do this and that. So when the federal come in and say a state of emergency, they're gonna get help from the federal government to pay off this and that. That's just a tit for tat thing with the currency, because the money ain't worth a flip. You feel me?
Right. Right. Interesting. And with that, so being that I guess we would have taken that part over if I asked this question, but I'll ask it. Being that the states did prop up the federal government, they can't come back and take some of their sovereignty back?
Nah, that's why they call it a constitutional referendum. So
Okay.
that's why you gotta have 3/4 of the states to have a
To
constitutional
ratify.
referendum.
Right.
So they have these state governors. That's why you see them fight so hard to keep a Democrat here, keep Republican governor here, because they get too many Republicans to get 3/4 majority of the government. They can reset the whole thing.
Reset, right.
They can reset the whole thing.
That's clear. Thank you.
Well, it's already getting to that point because they already sent a bill in saying draft from 18 to 26. So, for those of us who know, don't think for a second that 26 is the limit. Once they get that going and they can't get what they want, they're gonna go from 26 to 40. You're gonna have a lot of people that ain't been out in the military for 20, 10, 15, 20 years. They get that waiver to get back in, they go right back in. Because they seen when they got out, they not here. So they go right back in. They just waiting on a waiver. But then you got a lot of young folks who ain't never had an ass working. They scared about draft, but I mean, look at the world where it's going. So all that's coming into play now because of what's going on in the status quo. And it's just, I mean, they ain't nowhere for y'all to go, for everybody to go. Think about it for a second here. You say 20 years from now, look where you just came in 20 years. We talking about 21-year anniversary. Look where we was 20 years ago, All right, so look where you at now. So where you gonna be in 20 years? You feel me?
Right.
Look at the internet now. You know what I'm saying? Look at the where you AI. You feel me? Look where you at now. So where you gonna be in 20 years? The earth can't even feed you in 20 years. You feel me? So you already know, you should know that in the next 5 years or less 3 years, you're gonna have death beyond death because the earth gonna come and clean it. She gotta clean herself up. So if you on a runaway train right now, you ain't even seen that yet. You talking about the heat, and it ain't got hot yet. It's getting ready to get so freaking hot, and the earth's shipping, and you got all these university things going on in the universe. And y'all know me in connection with Ray and my immortal 5 beings, 580 million of. It's so a whole lot of stuff get ready to happen. That's why I think y'all say sit back, enjoy the ride, get some popcorn. I mean, you ain't gonna be no enjoy the ride. You ain't on this ship. You gonna be, you just, because the currency, everything gone. It's only a matter of time that you got so many people living out in the world. They living on credit. They got no damn money. They living on credit. They match them credit cards out and someone got the average Joe Blow got 5 to 10 credit cards. But they max them out because they can't make enough money to survive or pay for the lifestyle that they want. That makes sense to you.
Clear.
All right, so we at? We good?
Indeed.
All right.
You said United 13 Stars. Oh, you talking about the flag. Okay. John
No.
Adams introduced a resolution before Congress mandating the United States flag, stating, quote, that the flag of the 13 United States shall be 13 stripes, alternative red and white, the union be 13 stars, while on a blue field representing a new constellation. Interesting. End quote. This anniversary is celebrated each year in the United States as Flag Day.
New constellation. Why you say interesting on that one, Emperor? I thought so too.
Well, because in 1787, September 1787, which is 10 years from that, well, I ain't gonna say 10 years, but 77 and 1787, 11 years, 10 years to be exact. See, I got that 10-year wonder. It said inside the Constitution when they signed it that the original was 9 states that would be sufficient for the Constitution to be signed in. It didn't need a 13 states. It only needed 9, which was the original, where you got the 9, red and white striped flag that we copy claim. You feel me? So that's why I said it was interesting. You
Okay.
ain't know my mind was going there, right?
I'm glad you went there though, because I was thinking about that too, and we've had conversations about the 13 colonies or states, and then the non-organic. And so you just brought
Right. It's
clarity to
9
that.
organic,
Right.
then you got 13 of colony.
Colonies, right.
Told it before. That's why I say, wow. The question was shaping itself with answers because okay, so that had to be
You
when.
breaking up, but yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that question came before because when we were in class a couple times, we kind of understood that breaking up. So yeah, that brought more clarity. That blue field represented that new constellation. We know what that is. All right. Anything further, Emperor? You'd like to?
Oh no, I'm good.
All right.
But Jetty, I got one more question about this 14. Protector, what year did you say the candy stripe was?
The who?
The 9, the organic, with the 9 red and white, just the stripes.
Oh, that go back. You gotta go back to the first Continental Congress, or the second Continental Congress, or the
Second
first.
one.
Or you gotta go to the first Continental Congress. Then because the one that signed the treaty was the second Continental Congress. So you gotta go back to the first Continental Congress when they established themselves Union State Society.
Society. Okay.
Right, of America. That's why they say US of A, USA small U, what we were talking about.
Right.
That
So
help you out.
that helped me because I'm just looking at the time span, right? Because this one right here is 2 years after they established the Army. 77.
Oh yeah, because the Army got established by Benjamin Franklin.
Right.
And then once he established the Army, he shut down the post so that the war can go on. The post was open. The war could never open. That's why you had declaration. They call it Declaration of Independence. It originally was a declaration.
A declaration. Okay.
Wow.
You starting to get it now?
Mm.
So this full moon call should be helping y'all out, right?
Oh,
Indeed.
So next month we'll go back in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. But July, have a recap. We're doing August. We're doing a month. We're doing August on full moon. We got more days to do it down there, right? Have a recap so everybody can see every month we bring certain things to you. If you want to be a normal down the road, we give you all the information you need to help before you become a normal or to get on the ship. Because these doors, when they open again, they only be open for a very short period of time. We don't have no need of it no more. So if you want to get on the ship and ride the ship and be a nominational, okay, that ain't just you gotta perform. It ain't we not opening up for you to jump on here and think you just gonna ride it, sit back and ride the cruise like you got someone on here doing now, or thinking they doing. Them days over with, you feel me? So, you know, so you if you studying with us, when we open them doors up, you can come in and step up without we got to put you in a university to really groom you. You feel me? You can get groomed as on job experience. You feel me?
Mhm.
Yeah, and if you read it, just to add on to what you just said, if you're reading out there in the world, our documents online, this definitely aids you. It explains everything. I
But I
yield.
say I ain't got time to keep going back and forth. You feel me?
Right.
Y'all were the last crew. Y'all see how complicated. Y'all thought y'all, oh, remember you be good. Y'all see, y'all making me whiter. I don't need to get no more whiter.
Uh,
Then they gonna think I'm a ghost, right? His stuff don't turn gray. His stuff turn white. Probably
We,
white now. Maybe good.
we say that's
All right,
that
what else we
it.
got?
We say that's that.
Wisdom.
I said,
And
yeah,
what
that's
else
what my
say?
mama said. Wisdom, or we used to say, that's that Asian in you, buddy.
mm,
I don't know. I just know they turned me white. It's a different kind of white. I forget about it. People looking at me all strange everywhere I go, So I'd be like, why do people look at me like they ain't never seen a man with white hair or gray hair? And they were like, well, they haven't seen a man with white hair.
Not at all. Not white.
That's why they keep looking at your ass like, this guy got actually white hair. But he
Yeah,
don't look that old.
be the impression right there because you don't look like you should have all that white hair.
You know? You
Yeah,
got girls that be like, I'm old enough to be that dead. Yeah, that's true. But they let they scared to talk to you, you supposed to be like a L, like you 200 years old.
that's wisdom.
It'd be all right though. I said, if I
Indeed.
don't see you on it, if I don't see you on the ship, it don't make no difference to me. You know.
Right.
All right, what else we got down here? 16,
Yeah.
state of Georgia, state of emergency. Yeah, that's because well, you gotta give more than that because it's 2-year anniversary. That's true. But well, to explain that simple is that since the stuff went down with the state back in 04, 03, with certain people down in Georgia de facto, assuming that since nobody fully understood it, we had appointed Chief Black Eagle, quote Thunderbird, end quote, as commander in chief for the state. And well, he had 10 years under that state to move. And since his followers hid that part from him, he lost his seat, advocated seat. So that boy out in Georgia, he went on the market with Georgia, the UN, State Department, assuming that by him being the head senior, one of the head seniors on the contract and helping create the contract, he owned the contract. So he basically felt like he can do what he want to do. Okay, that's kind of self-explained to his self-ego. You feel me? But once we put Chief Black Eagle in as head of the embassy government, and then Mount Africa had to come under that, he surrendered his authority as custodian of the government because we got a chief now. You feel me? So when we established him on the 19th, and we got authenticated State Department on the 11th February the following year 04, well, that was his 10-year winner. Because first Georgia had recognized him as the head of state, Chief Black Eagle, quote Thunderbird, end quote. We went into court September 30th, 2003. We was in federal jurisdiction, remember? And the federal judge Lawson said what to me in the moon in Rashad? He said, I can't accept this in my office
They got to be presented in
Has to
open
accept
court.
an open court, because remember, Georgia was the only one on that document at the time, not the State Department. If we had a State Department on there like we had, we wouldn't have to. We could just walk them out of there. You feel me? But by we going into the court, the federal court jurisdiction, as friends of the court, they allowed us to present the document. But when his family and his agents stopped us from going in the back to explain to him what he had to do, he didn't come out in front of the judge and perform, because they didn't allow us to tell him what the judge told us we had to do. Well, we couldn't do it. He had to do it. You feel me?
Right.
That's why you heard the judge say what? Judge Lawson said what? If talking to their attorney, he said, well, if you present that document into this court today, he said you would never practice bar in the Georgia again. Then he said, hell, you or your firm, and now he put the firm in, won't be able to practice in Georgia or the damn United States. So right there, you should have known that whatever these cats got is that serious that if it get filed in this court, you lost your bar. But what did we find out? We found out what? If they touched the contract, they were disbarred, right?
Right.
You seen what that attorney didn't touch that contract. He didn't want to get disbarred. And what the judge said, what? You won't be able to do nothing. He said, hell, if you file that court, you done. Because you can't touch that contract. That makes sense to you now, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was that since on record, and me being who I am now, status behind the scene, this cat down in Georgia, de facto, the boy that got cursed to hell, he been lying to everybody for 10 years. So when it came time to me to prove myself, he came at me with some treason charge that he claimed that I violated the Constitution of the Yamasee government. That Constitution don't exist. You see, clan Constitution don't have no status. So what Constitution did I violate? So let me go straighten you out then. Okay, so that's why I had to put a motu proprio out there. Hemp period. It's supposed to be dash there. It's supposed to be out the hemp period dash motu proprio. That status was when they had to shut the whole state down because it was in file 13 up in Gainesville where they hide stuff they don't want nobody to see. So for the governor of Georgia to be able to open that safe so that the post office, the State Department, the United Nations, and everybody can check to see that I filed that apostille that we got from the state of Georgia, did I file in an open court? And I've been saying that for 20 years, 10, 15 years. Nobody wanted to believe me because they thought I lost my damn mind. And you find out I've been telling the truth the whole while because they had to go open up that court case. And once they opened up that court case, what they do? They had to put everybody on notice. You got 16th of June, right? Then everybody had to go on notice and they had to win. The 28th of August for that 120-day window, the international law. That's why some people say, where they at? They ain't saying that. We got somebody on the market, we gotta wait right now. We just giving you months call because you don't have a damn clue about notice of a session and how lawyers gotta stay out there on the market. We do, we just preparing behind the scenes what else we gotta do and keep moving this damn state. But on this 16 here, he had to shut down the whole damn state so that he can open up the court case and pull out the case to show that I officially filed the apostille that we got from the State Department. Colin Powell, I filed it open court. Y'all notice on 28th, 29th of August that year, what happened? I stepped on the scene of what? His Majesty. Now, you know, I had to update it, but that's when they brought me on the scene, His Majesty. So they brought me on the scene, His Majesty at the State Department and at the UN. Well, that's not how to turn everybody out on the market. The Washington's under me. The Demonson Rouge is under me. Everything I got on paper is under me. If they already recognize me as His Majesty, that make they recognize my seal, my flag, my state, They recognize everything. So that's why we ain't out there debating nobody, 'cause who they debate with. I'm already officially on record. That makes sense to you?
Oh, yeah.
Clear.
That kind of cleared that up there.
Clear. Very clear.
Very clear.
And that's the second year anniversary now. Woo-wee, that's hot. Now we going into the third year. See everything happening in 3 years. I'm in that third year, right?
Oh, yeah.
What else y'all got? Come on. Remember that was after I opened up the gates of hell. And that's also after Putin started that war. Cause y'all notice, if you've been paying attention, once that 120 days got over, you notice him, he been pushing that treaty ever since, ain't
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
he? He ain't
true.
said nothing to that 120. Once he seen that 120, yeah, all of them out there on the market. You got 120 days. You had 120 plus days internationally to show and prove that you own some of that status I got on our session. You feel me? And they couldn't. You see right now, they ain't nobody did be able to do what.
Step up works.
Can't say nothing, can you? We good. Y'all good. Come on, next slide. Unless you got some questions on Georgia.
Yeah, I've seen them up in
Yeah, there's a comment slash question in the chat from Zahub. So I took up a paralegal course via my job because they're paying for it for more foundational legal knowledge. Am I in error to think it will make
Oh
me a
no,
better
no,
NAMA?
you ain't never in error or anything from that side. That's your sister states and sister country.
So
The
like,
issue comes and you gotta know how to normatize it.
yeah, feel like he's wasted time, so much
No,
time.
you never waste no time. You just gotta know how to normatize it.
Mm. Right.
That makes sense to you.
Mm.
And if you don't know how to normatize it, then you're supposed to bring it to your call on our Zoom call and work on it so that
Right.
then you can normatize it and then you understand how to normatize it. That makes sense to you.
Yes, it makes sense. Thank you. Gratitude.
Your host.
All right. Gratitude for your question. Very informative. Next slide, please. Okay.
Oh, wow, this gonna be interesting.
Oh,
I'm
dear.
I'm going on here. I'm yelling.
All right. Hang on over here. All right. Continuing with the 16th of June, 2024, Zakar Day, commonly known as Father's Day in the States. Zakar Day. All right. Questions on Zakar Day. To ask you this question, what is Zakar Day? I'm going to have to ask you, what is Zakar Day, Emperor? Father's Day in the United States. Why is it Zakar Day? What is Zakar? I know he hesitating. Why? Emperor, you're muted if you're speaking. All right, I read the description. All right, okay, I got you, Shajar. Chapter. Okay, got you. Gratitude. All right, here we go, y'all. Chapter 5, GAN, the enclosed garden, tablet 1, chapter 29. The description of Cadman and Nakiba. 320. Cadman was 7 foot tall and of slender build. He had black almond-shaped eyes and a long, narrow face and nose. He had thin lips, black 7.5 to 8 ether hair, and a deep widow's peak, as you can see here. That's that widow's peak, that arrow pointing down. He had a very dark reddish brown complexion. Cadman. 321. Nakiba was 4 feet tall of lighter complexion. She had 7,000 long braids in her hair. In her 9 ether hair. Nakiba had a broad face with a wide nose and thick lips. Interesting. 322. It was destined that the descendants of Cadman and Nakeba would have a variety of characteristics between the two extremes. 323. This record is from the glorious, most holy pages called Els Suhuf, correction. Els Suhuf. So that does explain. Now, Cadman and Nakiba. Wow.
Yeah, I was giving you enough time.
Right, to absorb it.
Well, we had talked about it before, so you wouldn't got to hold the tabs like you're supposed, and to let everybody know you're dealing with Cayman or Zakar, which in English they say Adam. Okay, so just make sure. So according to our doctrine, that's how Adam looked, or Cayman or Zakor. Okay,
Right.
so that's Father's Day representing your ancestors.
So, Emperor, there's an echo from you. The echoing. Why?
I didn't hear what you say.
Echo. There's an echoing.
Oh, he's saying there's an echo in your background, Emperor.
Switch.
Oh, all right. I can handle that. Can you hear? Did you get what I said though?
Yes. Did you hear what he said? Were you still able to understand the Emperor? Does he need to repeat it?
Say it again.
I was asking the Nanya, was he able to
Was
understand
I
you?
able?
Was the Nanya able to, not you, Emperor?
Just to let you know you're echoing, but we was able to hear you.
You was able to hear me straight? Y'all okay?
That's
I ain't
better.
got
Right?
echo no more, do
That's
Nope.
better.
All right, cool.
Petty asked, could you repeat it?
Okay.
Ask the Pete what I just said.
Yes.
Oh, talking about Zakor? Oh, that because in English his name is Adam, but in our doctrine, Holy Tablet, is Cayman or Zakar. Okay, so Zakar has a whole lot of difference in how he was created and what the creation was and all that. So he let you know how tall they were, and so Zakar is that's the father of nations, father of man. So that's why Father's Day would represent Zakar or Cayman, and that's just a little script out of the Holy Tablets that describe them, but there's a whole lot more in the Holy Tablets if you go look them up and find out about Cayman or Zakar and that bloodline. That makes sense to you? That help you out that time?
Indeed.
Yes. Gratitude, Emperor.
And Nanya responds yes. All right. Are there any questions for the Emperor on slide 16 or the description of Cadman and Nakeba? Any further?
We got a quick comment from the chat
All right. You may proceed. You have the floor.
that says Cadman was Watusi, a mixture of Dravidian and Pygmy. Nikeba was Pygmy. Zakar means rememberer, as Enosites are forgetful. That was from the chat. I yield.
Interesting. Enosites.
they classify you, that's your title. It's enocyte. You call human now, but it's it was the enocytes. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that was your title when they was talking about Cayman and all them, all right?
Protector, when you say title, what does that mean?
Like a title.
So they were calling us forgetful ones. That was the
Well,
title of us.
they said that was your title, enocytes. They created enocyte. They didn't say no human or they classify today.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right,
No, they say you created a enocyte.
the enosite.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. That's clear. Thank you.
That's a whole different look, isn't it, Nanya Shajar?
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, we went around again things that you don't should necessarily debate about, right? He was an inocite, not so much a human. Enocite. So now you got to get knowledge on what the heck enocite was
Because you go
back then,
Hugh, creative force of will,
right?
man. You feel me?
Hmm.
So man is not capable of using what type of energy? The creative force of will. He has no
Right.
power. He has no authority over that command. You feel me? So when he called himself a human, he had no clue about the knowledge and wisdom that come with claiming to be a human. Because human creative force of will.
Right. Right. That's clear.
Yeah, y'all getting it right here. For real, you won't get this knowledge anywhere else. Keep it from me, so you won't know.
Right. You can't.
Even if they study, it still ain't doing no good because they ain't got nowhere to bounce. They ain't got nowhere to dock it at.
This is another good point.
They can go to college and learn everything, but what good is going to do? They ain't got nowhere to dock it.
Right.
You got somewhere to dock it. So when you dock it, it's official inside of your jurisdiction. That makes sense to you.
Oh, indeed it does. It's like people walking around saying, "Oh, knowledge is power." No, knowledge isn't power unless you use it.
If you
You
can't
got
even
to be
use it, they
able
want to
to,
drain
right?
you.
You got to be able to
That's why
use
they
it.
finding out now. You got look at them dirty so-called Moors out there. You feel me? Look what they doing. They say they got to create a force of will. Where they can't do nothing. They can read over certain writers of old Moorish teachings, and as if they can activate it today, but they ain't got no venue to do nothing. You see? So it's just lost words. It makes sense to you.
Oh, yes, indeed. All right. Time check. 2018.
You got another comment? I'm sorry. You got another comment in the chat.
2018.
You have the floor. Indeed, Emperor. Answer your question.
You said, I
Oh, it's
thought
8 o'clock already?
Yes, Emperor.
Oh, wow. All right, come on. What we got?
it said in the chat, I thought they were called Adama. They fell to Enos.
Well, you got different writers say Adamah, meaning the bloodline, but the creation with Enocyte. When you say Adamah, that's talking about the bloodline of Adamah. Last time I checked.
Bloodline.
Anything
cool.
else?
It says Adama means of the ground, the first like Adam, the first particle Enos, were given Tammuz to worship.
That's going back in the Holy Tablet. Who putting that in?
And then you got right, the Adama project.
Oh,
That
They said Zahu.
yes,
Okay. Yeah, that's going back into that. I know where you're going. Damn it. All right, come on. So we at what time now?
2019, Emperor.
Okay. All right, so we at 19.
Yes.
So you want to stop here and pick it up tomorrow?
Yes, we can, Emperor.
So we already been on 3 hours enough. All right, so we pick it up at 19 tomorrow, right?
Indeed.
Right.
We should be able to finish this out tomorrow and get into the mission, right?
Oh, yes.
All right. Okay, cool then. Everybody get enough for tonight? That was enough? That was good?
Oh,
Very-
yeah.
very
Yes.
good. Gratitude, Emperor.
Yes.
Yeesh.
Y'all sure y'all good, right?
Oh, yes, for now.
All right, I yield.
Better.
Right. Thank you, Emperor. And we would like to address our audience. The RCAP H.E.M. colon space decrees and grants limited delegated authority to all nominationals, non-executive directors, in parentheses, NEDs, RCAP, and non-directors, in parentheses, NDs, RCAP, who are skilled and qualified to operate the sovereign state jurisdiction. The purpose is to implement and advance the modalities of commerce and cultural variegations for the properly formed and operational Republic State pursuant to the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States, small s. In closing, I/we would like to thank the Universal Traveler, Dweller, the Absolute Royal Sovereign, Cap H.E.M. colon space Emperor colon space Samhu a mini dash Ray quote de lo ye end quote, and I/we would like to thank the Imperial Royal Princess Huhaika Samson L. Moreover, gratitude to all of our Imperial Dynamic readers, gratitude to all nationals working behind the scenes, and our viewing audience for their attendance and participation. Be certain to mark your calendars for tomorrow, 21 June 24 at 1700 in parentheses 5 p.m. EST. Full strawberry full moon live. With that, we say, Malikum with magic, and may the dweller be with you, divine beings, and may you continue to be a universal traveler, code in space, dweller dash emperor, code in space, Samhu, a mini dash ray, quote, a delo ye, end quote. Divine being, yeesh, know thyself, smiley face.
Yeesh. Smiley face.
Salam alaikum, ma'ashos.
Salam alaikum, ma'ashos.
Yeesh.
Salam alaikum, ma'ashos.
Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum with
Salam
magic.
alaikum, ma'ashawoo.
Peace. Smiley face.
Y'all funny. Y'all get your language down, y'all. Salam alaikum, Marshall. I got you. Go on, boy. Go on now. Check y'all out.
Yeah.
All right, so we good for tonight, y'all?
Good.
You want more tackle?
Yes.
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Some shackles. That's very powerful.
All right, salam alaikum, magic. 8,
Magic.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you tomorrow.
Peace.
Know thyself.